Welcome you guys. I understand everybody here is for greatness. I understand, is that correct? You have to be for greatness every single day. I understand that when I get up on the stage, sometimes I get up and do some public speaking on the street. I understand I gave $14 to be able to do it for 3 months. I understand that's why I'm calling myself a professional development coach today. I understand I'm a life coach. I understand I've got a bit of an audience today, which is amazing. I understand every single day. I understand I'm always doing something to improve my life. I'm always making sure that I go and develop myself to freedom. I understand that if you guys are very interested, you guys got my YouTube channel and also my Instagram. I have so much ideas I can give you daily about business and life and Jesus Christ, and also about nutrition and losing weight in terms of being a better life aspect. In terms of all aspects, I help you to remove your weight so that you can be healthier. I understand I've also lost 47 kilos because I'm a vegan. I understand I get to live longer now. I get to understand I'm much more vibrating now. So every single day I get myself on the street. I start to do some public speaking performance in front of a crowd. I understand that's what's important. But guess what? I understand every single day that when I come here, I do a nice beautiful performance, but I have a nice beautiful background this time inside of my video, and it's very beautiful. I understand every single day I'm always performing. I'm always making sure that what's important is my I factor. I love you. I understand I have a dream. I understand I is very important today. I understand that those who have an I in terms of life, I understand they love everything. I say I love everything. I understand you never say love everything. You say I love everything. Because I is very important. I understand every single day I'm always performing on the video. I understand I'm always uploading 2 hours, or in terms of life, I upload 1 hour every single day on YouTube for sure. I understand either way I do some extra every single day. I understand the past 7 days I've been doing nice and beautiful public speaking on the street. I've been doing 2 hours and up to 6 hours. I understand either way I do more than that. I do more than 6 hours every single day inside of my work life. I understand that when I work 24/7. I understand either way I'm always performing more. I'm always making sure I do more than yesterday. I understand that what's important today is life coaching. I understand you must be a life coach. I understand every single day I do this with or without you, but I understand that what's important is it's going on YouTube today. I understand that's why I'm here every single day practicing my beautiful function and my passion. I thank you, Ross. I thank you. I understand every single day I have a nice beautiful crowd over here. I have some gentlemen over here. I understand every single day that, ladies and gentlemen, you must be improving yourself daily to understand why I come and make a nice beautiful performance here at 5 o'clock in the afternoon. Because I understand the time is now. I understand the time is now to go and do something great. I understand that whatever time it is, I understand the time is now. I understand that no matter what, I make sure every single day I come and do a street performance. I understand I'll be doing a street performance here every single day for the next 2 weeks. I understand every single day I may show up at any time. I understand I have a nice, beautiful, flexible schedule every single day. I don't like to have a schedule where I have to be here every single day at 12 o'clock. I understand that sometimes I have something better to do. I understand every single day I have a flexible schedule and I just show up. I understand either way that you can find me on YouTube every single day. I understand Danny Milivojevic on YouTube, you can find me. I understand every single day I'm always making sure I'm always growing myself in the I factor, which is my I intent, which is I love you. I understand that when I grow, I public speak daily on the street. I do on the street because it's about personal growth today. I understand it's about freedom. I understand it's about luck. I understand it's about joy. I understand it's about making sure that we're all compassionate. I understand that anybody who's compassionate today must be a public speaker. I understand that you must grow today. I understand that it's a beautiful stage here, so when you want to public speak, come and get yourself into here in terms of public speaking, in terms of the marketplace right here. You understand you can come here and do some public speaking, and guess what? It's excellent for your professional development every single day. I understand either way I do this. I do it because guess what? I don't just say it, I do it. I understand when I say come to marketplace and start public speaking every single day of your life, I understand I mean it. I mean it because I can do this every single day over here. I understand I do my work every single day on YouTube right here. I realize it's very important that I do so because I have so much to say, I have so much to do, I have a nice beautiful crowd, I have a nice beautiful stage. I understand I also have a lot of space, so there's nobody else walking around me and there's nobody else going to hit me or cause me violence. I understand either way, I have so much space over here. I understand it's very beautiful to have space. I understand it's very beautiful to have clarity. I understand either way, just make sure that you share me around. I understand either way, I understand I help everybody anyway. I understand that what's important is positivity today. Is that correct? Understand positivity is very important. Understand that those who want to be a positive worker today will have to make common sense. Understand they have to make common sense. Understand they have to make freedom. Understand they have to go and make some time management skills every day, because understand that what's important today is being luckier in being smarter. Understand that those who are luckier are also smarter, but make sure they understand that luck is a choice. And if you want to be luckier, you have to get smarter. So to get smarter, you have to understand reading skills, you have to understand to public speak, you have to understand to give ideas, you have to understand that business mindset is the way to go, which is entrepreneurship. And hence, when you go on my Instagram, which is Danny Milivojevic, you'll find I Entrepreneur. You understand why I'm an entrepreneur? Because I understand I believe in public speaking every single day. I believe in a crowd that is doing better. I believe in something that's doing better only. Understand what? I don't know who that is. I understand that either way. I understand Danny DeVito. I understand I love Danny DeVito. I understand he's an actor. You can go check out Danny DeVito. I understand Danny DeVito, which is an actor. I understand either way. I don't know. I have Milivojevic is my last name, but I understand either way that I am something related with I every single day. I understand that when I'm important every single day, I'm going to do much more. What's that? I understand that ego is something that you must overcome, and it's called ignorance that you must overcome daily. I understand that ignorance is called ego. So everybody has an ego, but I have no ego every single day because I choose to overcome it. I choose to write my ego down on paper, and I choose to help you with it. I choose to make sure that I'm never taking away from you, but I'm always adding to the equation. Otherwise, you're an equation of life. I must solve your problems. I must understand that every single day that you have an equity, which is a finance, and which is a financial ability. I must make sure that you increase that financial ability every single day. I understand that when I increase that financial capacity, I understand I have more spirituality. So I head for Jesus Christ. I understand that man who is a God, I understand that is somebody who will actually help you. I love the nice, beautiful skateboard. I love it. I understand that either way, I never drive a skateboard because I don't want to fall and break my neck. I love Jesus Christ. I understand that is my everything. I understand either way, I follow Jesus Christ every single day. I love the images on the skateboard. I love the images of life. I understand that images of life is something very fascinating. I understand I go on Netflix every single day and I go and watch all the images of Netflix. But I understand when I watch a 2-hour film, I watch it in 1 minute. I understand I just watch the images. I go on YouTube, I watch all the thumbnails for free. I understand that I have free Wi-Fi. You can find Q Space Hotel, for example. You can go to Q Space Hotel in Chinatown, and you have $22 a night, where you can give $22 a night. You understand that you can go and live in a 1-bedroom apartment for yourself. I promise you every single day that what's important is understand that you go and grace yourself much better, and understand that every single day that you must be for yourself the most. You must understand to love yourself and to love thyself every single day. I understand it's very important to do so. I understand either way that you guys who are watching my video today, I understand that my face is a bit, let's say, shady and dark, but understand that it's because of the nice, beautiful scenery today. I understand either way that I love everything that is happening. I understand either way that I just go and create the nice, beautiful audio that you have. The audio is something that's going to help you anyway. I understand that I help you through my audio. I help you through my wisdom. I understand that's the most important aspect. I understand that when you're listening and watching me on YouTube, I realize the audio is excellent. I understand either way, that's what is important. Because what's important is get the audio into the hands of people. Because if you're just watching my video without the audio involved, otherwise what are you really watching? You're just watching images then. Otherwise it teaches you something, but understand that what teaches you even more is words. I understand words will teach you life. I understand words will teach you the Bible of Jesus Christ. I understand that everything in life is something important. I understand every single day you must understand that what you are doing right now must be better. You must understand to have a better situation. You must understand that every single day you have to understand to quit any kind of drugs that you may be doing every single day. I understand either way, I was somebody who smoked weed. I was somebody who also did cocaine and ecstasy and all that stuff. I understand that it's not the way. I understand it's not the way. I understand I'm always making sure I'm doing better. I understand that I also became a schizophrenic before. I understand that when I go and grow up every single day, I'm always doing greater. Because I understand that what's important is be sober today. I understand that's called self-love. I understand that anybody who wants to be more self-loving of themselves is going to have a better image. Otherwise, to have a better image every single day is to understand professional development every single day. I understand there's always something more to say. I understand there's always something more to do. But I understand that when you're creating something of an entertainment, you have to inform people about how to live a better life. Understand that public speaking is informing and also persuading and entertainment, and it's also making sure that your integrity and making sure that you understand to always public speak in a way that is going to help you the most. Otherwise, you have to use your body language, you have to use the individual you are every single day, you have to look better all the time, you have to understand that if you want fast communication skills daily, you have to come and also make sure that you write in your journal. I thank you very much. I understand every single day that writing your journal every single day is very important. That makes you less violent, or else it makes you a greater image of yourself, or else it helps you to get richer every single day. You have to be richer every single day to understand what freedom is. I understand that every single day I have more freedom in my life. I understand that what's important is I don't need a crowd to watch me because I still do it on YouTube anyway. I understand that's why I'm here practicing. I understand I still got a crowd around me who's watching, but I understand this is where it all begins. Otherwise in 10 years time, I'll still be here doing my nice beautiful YouTube channel. You understand? So realize this. Understand that either way, I can do it with or without the crowd because I've always lived without the crowd. Understand I've always lived alone. I'm always making sure I go in my eye. Understand that when I grow up more and more, understand that's why I'm always living in the present moment. Understand that what's important today is living. You must live in freedom. You must understand that what's important is living free and in freedom daily. To understand anything that's entertainment is right now. I understand entertainment is something fun, but it's something growing daily. I understand that's why you must understand that when you're growing up daily, you must understand every single day to always never be annoyed about the people around you, but make sure you're looking at yourself the most, and that way you love thyself the most. I understand that's why it's called self-love every single day. I understand. What's that? You must love everything unconditionally, as the guy says. Understand either way, you must understand that loving unconditionally today is something very important. So understand that when you go and grab that spotlight, you actually have an opportunity to go and grab something much more of your nature. Understand anything that's really helping you is helping you more. What's that? I can say everything that's life and death must be right now. Understand that must be the present moment daily. Understand that every single day you must always agree with yourself the most. Understand that when you agree with yourself, you must be a yes. You must say, I'm a yes. Understand when you say that, otherwise it's much better than a no. So understand every single day that you want to lift your confidence, you never say that you're a no. You must say that you're a yes today. I say yes for myself. I say yes to living life. Understand that when you say yes every single day, you're always going to be much more important every single day. You're always going to do much more. You're always going to check out my ideas. I've got so much ideas. I've got over 600 hours of video content and nice beautiful Instagram where you can check out what I'm doing every single day. I can tell you that it's really at Danny Milivojevic Instagram and YouTube. I understand every single day I'm always entertaining the crowd. I'm always making sure that everybody is accountable in their life to understand what's informing and understanding what's everybody must understand what's entertainment, and entertaining people is a way of life. But understand that what's even better than that is growing up. Understand that some people entertain but they never really grow. Or that some people never really live life. And why is that? I realize it's really because they have no communication skills. I understand communication skills is something very important every single day. I understand that those who do a street performance can also learn how to do communication skills with public speaking, such as I'm doing today. I understand I write in my journal so much that I can go and speak all day long. I understand I have a nice beautiful eye. I love eye, I know eye every single day. So that helps me every single day to go and speak like I can every single day, which is better than before. I'm always sticking to a better way of life. I'm always doing something much greater. I always take advantage of the spotlight, the space around me. I understand that when I do that, I give some ideas for free. I understand that when I do that, I'm always making sure that what's happening around me is much better. I understand I always lift the crowd because I deserve to be lifted in I. I deserve to lift everything because I understand that when I'm lifting you, I always feel much better when you're happier. I understand that when I'm happier, I understand that's how I really live. I lift people through happiness daily. I make sure every single day I have more to give. I have more to do daily. I always make sure that those around me are never violent because it's not about violence. I realize it's not about hitting others. I realize it's not about hitting the tree. I realize it's not about hitting the steel. I understand it's not about hurting yourself. I understand what it's about is loving yourself and making sure you never hurt yourself in the first place. I understand you have to make sure that every single day you don't. I understand every single day you just make sure that you understand that whatever you said is honest in my heart. Understand either way. Understand that you must grow up in your favor. You must understand that when you're growing up every single day, you must understand that those who want to speak for you, you have to understand you must speak for yourself the most and never understand anything other than you today. Person, you must understand yourself the most. Promotion. That's the most important aspect of life. Understand it's just understand thyself. Understand it's called love thyself. Understand it's called making sure that you have a freedom to live life to the fullest. Understand that when you do that, you must practice how you're really doing all that. Because if you want to be someone famous with a skateboard, you have to understand to practice all the time. You must understand it's always about making sure you go and film yourself and make sure you communicate and make a business out of it and make it something cool every single day. Understand if you want to be more cool, you have to understand to have more talent every single day. Understand it's about making sure that everybody who's around you is growing daily. Because understand that's why I'm always reading from billion-dollar mentors. I have million-dollar mentors. I'm always growing up much more on YouTube. Understand I go make a nice beautiful product such as information products where everybody can go and fill themselves in about the world around us, because understand that what's safer in terms of life is to update people about information about the world. Understand that when you do that daily, I realize that everybody feels connected through information. Understand that is why many people go on the news channel and they want to know so much about life. But guess what? You don't know anything about life except you. You have to understand that you must know yourself only. You must not know anything other than yourself. Understand, I don't even know what I'm talking about other than I today. I only know my I only understand my I. I know nothing about information except I today. I understand the letter I is simplified in terms of my I. Understand that's why I'm always growing. Understand that's why I'm always doing much more of a favor for the crowd so that I can lift the crowd to lift a better life for I. Understand that's why I always, when I do it for you, to lift you, understand that's why I always grow. Understand that when I grow that way, understand it's always nice and apologetic in a way that I understand that I'm never apologetic, but I understand I always grow. I understand that when I'm apologetic, I understand I say I'm sorry. I understand that I say I am sorry. I never say sorry, I just say I am sorry. I say something much more with my I every single day. I understand to go and just lift myself every single day with the crowd around I. Understand that is why I understand I go back to the I understand I always be much more present like that. I understand the I for idea. I understand that's something that's really going to help you move forward daily. I understand that when I give ideas, I always gain one idea. I give you an idea, I gain an idea. I understand I gain a reaction from you when I give you an idea. I understand that when I go and give full of ideas, I'm always full of presence. I'm always full of wisdom. I understand the wisdom of life is Christmas. I understand every single day is Christmas in life. I understand that you must understand that information is key for your success every single day, because those who understand communication skills can also public speak, and they can also travel the world. I understand they can do anything. I understand every single day there's more to give. I understand that every single day I'm always doing more. I understand that when I give more, I always have a bigger heart. I always have a fuller heart. I always have to make sure that whatever's happening is making sure that you're growing up. I understand that when you're growing up, I understand that's why I'm always growing up in public speaking, because I believe in a better world. So I have a voice, and I give that voice every single day on YouTube. You can find me at Danny Milivojevic Instagram and also YouTube. I understand every single day I always have more to say, I always have more to give. I understand I'm always much more pleasurable in my eye. I understand that when I go and grow up more, I understand I'm always maturing more in a way of self-confidence. Because what is self-confidence? I understand it's really self-love. I understand it's really looking at yourself in the mirror all day. I understand that when you're looking at yourself in the mirror all day long, I understand you're going to love thyself. You're going to understand how to really improve yourself all day long, but really understand how to strategize around yourself every single day, and make sure you never fall, and make sure you never hurt yourself, and make sure that you understand the planning strategy, which is you. You must understand to go and write it all down about how can you really achieve the best quality. You must achieve the best quality of lifestyle every single day. I understand that's why I'm always here today, because I understand I always have more to give. I always have more to give because I live that way. I live through giving. I live through making sure that everybody around me, in terms of my eye, has all that they need in terms of wisdom every single day. I understand that's why I'm always much more and much more and much more, because I always perform daily. I perform with or without you. I understand that's why I'm always growing my business, because my business is important. I must understand that this is my business today, which is giving information about products and information about the world, and giving you all the ideas about how to make a greater life, and how to understand finance and spirituality and Jesus Christ and the Bible, and any kind of information that you have questions for. I understand I always solve those questions because I need to help I today. I need to help I today. So I go solve as many questions I go solve as many questions as I can and as possible, because the more I do that, I realize the more I help people. I understand that when I help people, I understand it comes back around. I understand then I be helped much more in terms of my eye. I understand then I make sure to become richer and richer and richer, because it's about really performing in a way that you understand to be indulgent in yourself today, and it's called selfishness to grow. You have to understand that when you're selfish to grow, you'll also be selfless. But if you're just selfish without growth, understand that's also something that's egotistical, and never be egotistical, but understand that you must grow through information and grow that wisdom, because either way, I can be ego, but understand this, understand without the I, you also die. Understand with I understand I never dies. I realize you have to. You have to. You have to understand that every single day you go and love everything that you are. You understand that I is very important to use it, because if you don't use the I, you then die really. Otherwise, every single day you use the I, otherwise you're going to grow. So, understand the ego. Understand the ego is something that. Understand the ego is something that doesn't say I love you. Understand the ego says love you. Understand. I need you to come on the microphone to speak with me, because I have an audience over here. I have an audience over here who wants to speak with me. I understand I have a lot of people watching me today, so I need you to speak with a microphone with I.
But the I can be very egotistical. You can say with your ego, you can say to someone, I love you, but you don't actually mean I love you. Maybe you want something from that person. That is then from the ego.
What's important is when I say I love you, I mean it. But when I say...
You mean it in a real way? What sort of a way is the love? Is it the love that's Hollywood conditioned, or is it like actual love for humanity and everything?
I can say that when you're using the word I can say it's the most important answer, or it's the most important answer of your life to understand I love something. I understand when I love something, I use the I, but when I don't use the I then am very fake.
But what about all the men that go up to women and say, I love you, just because they want to get something sexually in exchange?
I realize if they say I love you, I realize they really mean it. But if they say love you without the I realize then they're fake.
But some men, like, they say I love you to women, or even women do it to men, and they want something out of them. That's from the ego then.
I understand.
You can say I love you and still be egotistical. It depends on how you say it, where it's coming from. Is it coming from your heart? Is it resonating with your heart, or is it from your mind?
I realize it has to come from everywhere. I understand.
It has to go from the heart to the mind.
I understand that every single day you go and perform in terms of strategies, in terms of what you're saying, you have to use your I simplification. So when you're talking, understand to use the I every single answer that you have, in terms of every question that you have every single day. I understand it's very important that you understand to simplify the I. I understand the I is always what you have to come back to.
In which way?
I realize when you say in which way, I understand you're really interested. I understand it's really a question, but I understand that when you're going and growing up, you have to grow up in every single way possible. You have to give people ideas. You have to understand that when you're growing up in terms of maturity every single day, you're always going to have much more freedom to do so. You have to understand it's about nice, beautiful leadership, and it's about public speaking and making sure that you understand to increase that communicational skill every single day. Because what you need to understand right now is you're asking me questions about how to use the I. You're asking me about how to say I love you.
I'm saying that the I love you is not always legit. It's not always genuine, if you understand what I mean. I doesn't always mean good. Sometimes I is completely from the ego. Love you can be from the ego. People can lie. It depends on how it resonates with you. How are you feeling that? Is it really? Do they want something in exchange? If you want something in exchange, that's from the ego.
I understand.
The ego always wants something from someone.
I understand. I understand that in your communication skills, you can use your communication better by making sure that you go with the I every single day. But I understand every single day that what's important is to know thyself. So when you're learning and growing every single day, you're always going to say, I love you. So never worry about other people and what they are saying.
You don't always love yourself, always. But you have to love everyone else too.
I understand you have to love everything. You have to love everything, because I understand it's about growth. I understand it's about courage. I understand it's about making sure that everybody's developing.
Well, do you believe in good and evil?
I believe in everything that's I only.
Okay, because good and evil is just a concept of something that we believe in on Earth, in this realm.
I realize that what's
unbalanced energy and balanced energy, and that's about it.
I realize that what's evil for what's evil for me today, in terms of to me, is something that doesn't say I love you.
Yeah.
I realize that if you don't
but
say.
What about if someone does not actually love someone other than in a way that's like through friendship?
I realize that if you understand that they come to you first, I understand they love you then. I understand that if you have to go to them all the time, I realize, do they really love you when they don't reply?
No.
I realize that it's really, you have to understand that some people have a positive image. I understand that some people have
I
understand that some people have a positive image and some people have a negative image. But understand this, I realize I have a positive image today because I'm something that loves I.
A lot of people and you're doing this, so you're trying to be positive to everyone here.
I understand that when you try to be positive, you always be positive. So understand that those who are negative are ones who are not really learning. I understand that they are ones who are fake.
Yeah.
I understand that when you're growing every single day, I need you to ask always more questions. I understand that any question you have, or else the answer is I. I understand that every single day you must fill in the gaps with the I. I never need to say love
But
you.
how come I study Gnosis, and in our book it says that coming from the I is a bad thing, it's egotistical.
I understand.
If you're only coming from the I all the time, you've got to care for everyone.
I realize that anything that's coming from the I is the greatest human aspect of life.
And then if you actually realize everyone is...
I realize that what I agree upon is I, always. I always agree upon I, because I understand that when you have a question, you're always going to lift yourself up anyway.
I have a question. Have you heard of the 3 metre flatty?
I don't know what a flatty is.
The 3 metre flatty.
I don't know what that is.
The famous 3 metre flatty.
I don't know.
Willem Goodman caught it.
I don't know.
Tweed River.
I realize you love to fish?
Yeah, 2.8. The official world record's 3, but it was 2.8.
I used to go fishing. I used to be a meat eater, so now I'm a vegan, so I understand that it doesn't qualify for me to fish for the fish anymore.
But Flathead's vegan. There's no meat.
I understand.
It's gluten-free as well.
I understand that what's important for me in terms of my life is that I understand how to grow every single day without fish.
What about paleo?
I understand that paleo is something that I never even go with because I never need it.
What about like B12?
Whereas B12 is something I always have in soy milk.
Soy breast milk or just soy milk?
I'll go with soy milk. I understand that breastfeeding is something that I never do.
Oh, I used to do it.
I never do
Sometimes.
breastfeeding because that's a woman's job, but I understand either way that women either, whether they like it or not, must never do it either. I understand that what's important is just keep growing anyway with the microphone with I, because I understand I need to talk with you every single day because that's what leadership is.
Yeah?
I understand, or is that I love you? Or does that feel like I love you?
I didn't feel any energy connection there.
Or when I call you to public speak with me every single day,
Yeah.
does that ring a bell?
Love. It's a form of love.
I understand, although when people don't call you, I understand, do you recognize the love there?
Well, I wouldn't talk to someone who wouldn't call me, so...
I realize why aren't they calling you?
Well, I don't have anyone who's not calling me, so...
I understand, but when they're not calling you, I understand that you must also make sure that you're maturing.
I don't understand. I don't have anyone who's not calling me, so...
I understand that when they call you, you must always mature, so they do call you.
You know, all my friends call me when they want to call me.
I understand, although when you leave around the world every single day, I understand that are they going to come with you or not?
Maybe I don't want to bring them with me.
I understand if you don't want to bring them with you, otherwise that's when you're maturing.
Oh, you mean just care about self, though?
I mean when I have to hold your hand all the time and call you.
I don't want anyone to hold my hand and call me.
That's an excellent attitude to have when you have a maturity about you.
Yeah, I'm happy to be alone.
That's the best way.
Yeah.
I'm always happier to be alone than with other people.
I'm just riding my skateboard in the city with my friends.
I love that. I love that about you, because I understand leadership is called connection and it's called growing up.
I half agree.
I understand when you have
Depends
a
what sort of leadership are you talking about? Something that's corrupt.
now this is called leadership because we're connecting.
Yeah, in this way.
Now as long as we're not causing violence, then we're
I don't
agreeing.
agree with violence. I don't condone.
Now because we're not going to grow in terms of violence, now we're always going to grow up.
Yeah.
I understand
Agree.
that's what self-love is. I realize that's called a positive world. I understand that's
Well,
what
anyone who resorts to violence, they're honestly weak in the mind, because it's pretty stupid. I don't understand. You can talk things out of anyone. Why do you have to resort to violence? Because you don't know how to talk. You don't know how to speak.
I understand. So what do you do when you communicate?
What I do want to communicate, I want to hear what the other person has in their mind. I want to hear what's going on in their mind, and then I'll tell them what's going on in my mind, and then we figure out the differences and fix it up.
I understand. And when I do that, I always record it. I then make sure to upload it somewhere, and people are going to be helped. And that's how you make riches in life.
I get you.
I understand. I'm always making sure I add to people. So what do you have to add with I today?
What I have to add to lie
I mean, what are you adding with I today?
to you right now?
I mean, when you say to you, you have to say, I don't understand to you in terms of what you mean.
What am I adding to lie today?
I understand that when you're adding to yourself today, I realize what
I'm
you're
adding enjoyment. I'm enjoying my day. I'm making the most of the day, having fun with my day off, going for a skate, having a self-enjoyment day, basically.
I understand.
Like, taking time out for myself to have fun.
I understand.
And then also being with my friends and having fun with them. They're having fun. We're all having fun.
I can say that's amazing, but sometimes your friends are not going to be there for you if you're not there for you.
I have many days where I'm not with my friends. What of it? This isn't... I kind of don't. Like, I always take time out for myself.
I've got nothing against you and your friends. I've got nothing against the world, but I understand that in life, I realize that eventually you guys break up because you're going to have a family, you're going to have kids, you're going to be traveling the world. Understand that they are going to be traveling the world too.
Happened already.
I realize it's happening right now, but understand this, I'm always here for you. I'm here for the next 72 years. You can always catch up with me around the world.
Well, you're always here at Martin Place.
I'll be here at Martin Place, I'll be everywhere around the world in the next 72 years, so guess what, you can always tune in. I'll always be, you can always catch me here.
Well,
You
do
can always catch
you
me.
believe that, say, Virgin Mary and Isis from the Egyptian culture are the exact same being in a different vessel?
I can say everything is the same in the truth.
Okay.
I can say anything that you want in terms of life is I. I is your richest asset. You
Well,
understand?
then what about the Holy Trinity?
As the Holy Trinity is I.
What is the Holy Trinity in your beliefs?
I.
Just I?
I.
What
Or
about-
else every single question you have right now is I. Is the answer.
So
I is the
everyone
answer.
is I.
It's crack!
I have everybody here who has an I today.
So you believe everyone here is the same entity?
Or else everybody has one I. Or else these two eyes are different, but I love you.
Well, I got one that really sees, and I even got a marking right there.
I understand. Although Jesus said, don't cut
Open
your eye
your
out.
third eye.
I understand.
Look at my eye. You can see it right there.
I understand. Although when you have any type of I understand that I love you is the most important. I love
But do
you.
you really?
I do because I say it. I understand if I never say I love you, I understand then I never mean it.
Have you said I love you to someone when you didn't mean it though?
I understand
Ever.
that. I understand that is that is then something where you don't even say in the first place.
I think that you have.
I understand that this time I have because I do love you. But when you don't say I love you, or else then you never really mean it.
That was fat. But have you ever said I love you to someone when you didn't want it and say you just wanted to get something from them?
Or else I have had many
Like right
moments.
now, you're saying I love you just because we're on film, or
I actually mean it because I'm here for you for the next 72. Or I'm here for you in terms of next 72 years and more. Because I understand what's important is I grow you today.
well, what advice can you give to someone starting their own business?
I understand you get up on the public speaking realm here and you start to communicate.
Well, what advice has that got for starting a business?
Or else that is something that you're going to improve on because that's called communication skills in I.
Yeah.
I understand when you improve the communication skills, you have to do it because it's one step.
But what's that got to do with starting a business?
Or else it's got everything to do with it because you're going to improve your communication skills.
But what about if your business doesn't involve many communication skills? Say you've got an online store.
Or else if you start communicating more and more, you're always going to improve your business.
Okay.
I understand every single day you always have more questions. I have a free suicide line as well. Or else I'll help you for life. I love all of
nice.
you. I love all of you. So anytime you want business skills from me, you come and check me out on Instagram and you click my bio link. I have a free suicide helpline. So anytime you may be depressed, you contact me. In terms of my life, I'll reply on my WhatsApp.
Do you believe depression comes from the ego?
I understand that what comes from the ego is anything that isn't I.
Depressed people think about I in a way that's not good though. They think I'm this, I'm that, I'm negative, some negative word. I don't know, I'm not depressed right now. So
I mean, as long as you use the I, you always live
but what
life.
about if they say I want to kill myself or something? Like that's negative and that uses the I as well.
I mean, how can you kill yourself? Or how can you
But
kill
what-
yourself when you're still using your I?
Yeah. But what about like say I want to kill myself, but say they're talking about their ego. They're not actually talking about the physical self. They're talking about the self, the identity of self, which is here.
I realize that what they want is the I more. Because every time they say, I want to kill myself, I never really want to kill myself because I still have the I there.
But what about my friends who have killed themselves?
Or else they lost the I.
They lost the I.
Or else they never had the I anymore. Or else they never say, I love you anymore.
Yeah, there was no I love you.
I understand that if I never say I love you anymore, I then go kill myself.
Yeah, fair.
I understand I always increase that I factor. I understand that Jesus never said,
Let me find something. I'll show you something to do with the I.
I understand that what's important is that Jesus never said in the Bible, don't cut me out. I understand he said, don't cut the I out.
I'll show you this.
I understand that what's important is make sure that even when somebody's showing you something, that you go and speak about something in relevance to what's happening. I understand that he's here making sure that he comes and interviews I today so that he can find out some information about I today so that he can learn about his business and strategies and about his skateboarding career and about anything. I
It's not a
understand.
career, it's just fun.
Otherwise, that anything that's fun can be a career.
I don't want it to be a career.
Otherwise, either way, otherwise it's your choice. I understand everybody has a choice. I understand that I'm always more proud when I'm growing rather than dying. I understand I always involve everybody.
Ladies and gentlemen, please follow Kangol Club on Instagram and follow this man too. He's the I truth.
I have no worries. I thank you very much. I understand every single day. I'm just making sure I'm always entertaining the crowd in a way that I'm informing them of growth.
Alright, so we have one question for you. What is ego?
I is the ego. I.
Hey!
I.
So you agree?
I agree with the I. I understand the I is the answer, or else I is the answer for everything. Or else the first question in terms of that comes into your head. Or else the I is the first answer. I first.
I first.
I first.
But then that's coming from the ego if it's I first.
Or else now anything that's ego really is something that doesn't have an I as well. Or else anything that's ego doesn't have an I also.
What is ego? From the Latin for I and similar to the Greek EU. See right there, the ego is I.
I understand the ego is I. I understand although anything that is not I is not God. I understand that anything that is not I is also an ego that doesn't exist.
But the ego is I. I literally just showed you. The ego is I. That's what the ego is.
I is everything. I is all that exists. But anything that doesn't
So all
be
that
I,
exists is ego? Is that what you're saying?
I realize that I is everything. So I is all that exists.
But there's no such thing as I. It's all we.
I realize now I is more important than we.
But we are all one, so...
I realize we are all one because of I.
But I is from the ego, like I said.
I is everything because I is something very much more important than everything of life.
But that's just being egotistical.
I realize no. I realize that's something that's informing you.
But it's just I. We got to care about we.
I realize now when you care about I, then you can care about we.
You obviously have to care about I first, but you care about everything. We as a whole, not just I.
I realize I is everything.
I is ego.
I understand. I care for you right now because I care for I. I realize if we care for we today.
So is that because you care for me right now because you're filming this?
I care for you honestly. I give you the nice knowledge right now that I care for you.
Which knowledge? You just been saying I.
I realize the knowledge that I'm giving you in terms of my audio. I realize the nice beautiful tones that I'm giving you right now. I realize am I causing you violence today?
Obviously not. It'd be pretty stupid to cause violence while on film.
I love you then. I love you because I'm not causing violence.
I don't cause violence ever, so...
I understand, but do you see where the love is?
Love is everywhere. Love is infinity.
I understand.
Love exists in everything. Love even exists in death.
I understand. Although what happens even better is the I factor. I understand when you're adding something and when you're getting confused, you just go I first.
Why?
I first.
I don't know, it kind of seems like it's coming from somewhere satanic.
I understand that what you're trying to do is cut your eye off.
I'm not cutting it off.
I understand that when you're not cutting off, then don't ask anything other than I.
Like I just showed you, it's literally ego and I
understand that those people who do satanic stuff are ones who are trying to cut the eye off.
Alright, I got a good question. So like, just say you were stuck in a situation and you had like the chance to save like 2 people, or would you just go, nah, fuck them, it's myself, like I'm getting out of here. Like, it's like...
I realize...
What do you...
I realize that...
He actually did, and he doesn't even know me, and that's fact. Saved my life.
I realize that what's important is Jesus will save your life, so I will save your life too.
That's helping him. What's it helping me?
I understand that what helps you today must be your
No,
I.
I just love all.
I understand that when you love all, you must love I more.
I love all.
I understand I is even more than all.
We.
I understand we is
If I
more
just
than
love
I.
why would I help someone that just make it off heroin?
I understand I is more than we only.
No, I like everyone.
I understand when you like anyone, but understand just go back to the I when you're communicating.
We. Follow JPress2019 on Instagram.
I understand that when you say we, you say I need you guys to follow me on where? You say I. You don't start with we.
Oh, okay. But what about if I believe that I'm not just say I?
You-
I is my physical incarnation here right now.
I is more important than we. So if you want to influence somebody, you say I need you guys to follow me and not we.
Where do you see yourself in the future in 10 years from now?
I see myself with I.
As yourself?
I see myself with I today
So where
because
would you be right now in 10 years from now?
I realize that where I see myself right now in terms of life is much more growing in terms of my nature because I stick to the I. I stick to the I. I understand that what the future, I realize now you blurted out something. You said the future is the illusion. I understand. I need you to understand that you just missed out on the I there. You didn't have your I. You didn't say, I see the future is an illusion. I mean, why didn't you add the I before you said the sentence? I realize that what's egotistical is not having an I.
Let me tell you something, okay. He's right, because the future is an illusion and that's something affecting everyone. Everyone!
I understand it's
because we're like in the times now, in the now, we're in the present.
I understand, but what I'm saying, is I understand you. I understand, but when you're saying the future is the future is the illusion, you said. I understand that you must understand that I see the future is the illusion. You must say I see the future is the illusion. And I understand that when you see the future, you don't just say future is the illusion. Or else where's your I?
We are the future.
I understand we are the future, but you say I'm the future.
I am the future.
You must go back to the I and not we. I understand when you're saying future is illusion. You must say I see the future is an illusion, because where's the I? I understand you must say the I first. You must say the I first, because otherwise you become satanic and somebody who wants to kill yourself. I understand you don't want to kill yourself because you just put the I there. I understand. I understand that anything that's not an ego is something that is I.
Shit. Nigga, shit.
I can say I is ego and I is not ego.
Hello.
I is everything. I is negative. I is also positive. I is a killer. I is also a grower. I is everything in life. I is God. I mean, how can you explain God? I is. I mean, I realize although I realize that what's important is understand that you must exist in your I first. I understand. I realize, is it we first or I first?
You gotta love self before you love everything else.
Or as when you have to love self first, is it I or we?
I.
I.
And the thing is, once you love self, you love everything.
I understand when you love yourself, then it can be we.
Because the love isn't real unless you have love for everything, including yourself.
I then say it's I over we. I have to. I never can put we in between the I.
That sounds like the ego. If you're in the mitosis class, they would have a go at you.
I can do anything. Understand that I is always something that you can come back to. But understand that before you even say anything, I must be your first word.
That's from the ego, man. That actually is satanic.
I understand now. You just said that is satanic. I
It is
understand.
satanic.
I understand you just missed out on your I there.
Because the I is satanic.
I understand the I is satanic, but the I is also not satanic.
How?
I understand that when you're asking that, you're also interested. But understand that when you're not speaking your I, then you want to die.
I don't want to die though.
Understand, now you're saying you don't want to die, but understand to be more aware, to understand that every single sentence that I say, I start with the I first.
But that's literally from the ego. Every time you start a sentence from the ego, is that what you're saying?
I
That's
understand.
egotistical if you're just thinking about I all the time.
I say that I is much more important than anything in the world because I understand it grows you only.
I don't believe that. I don't
Understand-
believe it. I don't believe that.
I understand that, I realize that if you try to cut your
I
I,
is a human identity. That's what it is.
I realize if you try
It's
to,
the ego.
I understand that if you try to cut your eye right now, otherwise you then become a killer.
Cutting the I is not what you have to do. You just say I all the time.
I understand that what's important is I see cutting the eye. You must say I see cutting the eye. Otherwise that I is very important. You have to say I love you.
What's important is to separate yourself from the ego, and every time you know that something is coming from the ego, you say, oh, that's from my ego, that's not my true self. And you separate yourself from that.
I understand that what you never separate is your eye. You never ever not use it. You must use words to grow. You never cut the eye out.
If that's what you believe,
Or else that's what Jesus says. You don't cut your eye out.
you know, Jesus incarnated the Christ consciousness, and that's what he is, but there's many beings that have also have that same consciousness inside of them. He was trying to teach that everyone can have that consciousness inside of them, the Christ consciousness. Everyone can awaken that.
Eye. Eye is that. Eye, you have
That's
to know,
what you mean.
Or else if you want to know yourself, you have to know your eye.
Of course.
I know I today.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm now Jesus.
Everyone can be that.
You can be that now, but
Everyone
understand
can.
to always use your eye. I understand that you've missed it so much times in this conversation.
Because I'm not talking from the ego.
You have to understand that when you're not talking to I, you then become a killer.
I'm not a killer, man.
I know I only.
I'm an ego killer. Yes, I do. I kill egos.
I understand, although use your eye before you understand anything else. I thank you very much. I thank you. Do you have any questions? I love you all. I love you all. I just love to talk. I love to talk.
I love you.
I like talking.
It was a good talk.
I thank you very much. So I never touch other people because I'll never kill you.
Okay.
I understand. I never kill you, so I never have to touch you because I'm untouchable.
Yeah.
I understand, and that's why I never touch you. I understand. I thank you. I thank you.
Make
Although
some noise, Sydney!
I'm here for the next series, you guys can always make sure that your kids can come and learn from I today.
Should I debut my new song for Sydney?
I understand that when you debut, you come here and you do on the microphone, brother, and also make sure you get your DJ set going. I understand every single day. I'm making sure every single day I grow. I understand that what's important is the I. I is also ego. I is also not ego. I is the yin yang of life. I understand that those who understand I today are the ones who are really famous. I understand they're great. I understand that Jesus Christ, because Jesus Christ says, don't cut your eye out. I need you to always use the I every single day and make sure you're always important. I understand that's why I'm always growing. I'm always entertaining the crowd. I'm always making sure that what I have today is something beautiful. I understand that when I believe in beautiful, I become beautiful. I'm always much more graceful. I always have much more to give. I understand if you have a question, sir, you can come here and check it out. I understand I'm always making sure that I always have something to give every single day. I always make sure every single day I've got something to do. I always have some leadership quality in the eye today. I understand, here you go. I. I love it. I is the first word. I'm just singing the I. I have to make a track with you. I'm a music producer. You have to come right over here. I need a third one to do rap over here as well. I mean, who can rap? You can rap. You have to come here. You have to come and rap with us. I'll scream the I. I'll scream the I today, and you're gonna rap over here. You're gonna rap with me.
Alright, I'll rap with the I. Yeah, check it out. Alright. Now, seen between the eyes and seen between the lies. Everything that Steezy Soul says right now is so damn fly. I can't even cuss, but really I don't give a fuck. Nah, this is dedicated to all the sinners that be packing drugs. I'm with my boy Milanowski, and this is how it is, they can't even stop. Spitting the prophecy, it gets gritty. This is how we do in the Sydney city. Steezy Souls, yeah, I'm flyer than hundreds. Boy, Dayton's on a Royals voice. Yeah, I'm so damn committed. Who's this boy rolling around Sydney with that fucking fresh fitted? Yeah, they can't stand me. Nigga, I'm from Sydney City, I ain't from Miami. Motherfucker, now this is what I gotta do. Spit it with the fucking illest flow, that's what's due. I don't really care about them, but shouts out to Mom Dukes, and that's how it is, man, when y'all eating Chinese food. Turning Chinatown, fuck the bitch on the ground. I ain't no clown, but I'll keep that real underground raw sound. Yeah, I'm spitting bars in this town. Boy, I can never quit. And all these other lyricists that claim they freestyle can't freestyle for shit. Gucci bucket hats in this bitch.
I love that. I see that's a nice, beautiful performance. So thank you very much, sir. You can always follow me on Instagram. I don't touch anybody. I love you so much, sir. I love you. I understand either way. I thank you very much. I thank you. I thank you for the performance. I love you, bro. I love you. I thank you. I see that's something incredible. I like the boys over here. I understand every single day. Otherwise, that's just random. Otherwise, it just happens randomly in Sydney. I understand either way that we're all together every single day. I understand that's very inspirational. I understand every single day you must always grow up. You must understand to go and perform every single day something of courage. I understand every single day you have some. I understand that every single day you go and perform that nice, beautiful rap. I understand. I need to go. I have to understand that I'm a music producer. I need you to rap something for me. I need you. I'm a music producer. I have a nice, beautiful track I can make with you. I need you to contact me. I need to make a track with you. I need you in my vocals. I need you as my vocals. I'm a music producer. I need you to do a vocal for me. I don't know. I just need you to contact me. I need to work with you on a music track. I need to work with you. I want to make your voice very great. I understand. I love you, sir. I love you. You just make sure to contact me. I want to use your vocals.
And you're gonna put this on YouTube?
I put everything on YouTube. I'll make sure I make a track and then I'll send it to you. But make sure you contact me. You contact me today. I thank you. I have a nice, beautiful rap artist right here. I understand that I'll make him something much greater. I understand every single day. I promote him.
Steezy Souls, bro, the illest from East Sydney, motherfucker.
I legit. I understand every single day. I'm more legit than ever. I understand that every single day I'm always growing. I understand I never do the drugs, cuz. I understand every single day I make sure to grow. I understand that what's important is public speaking. I understand I always make sure I'm always growing up. I understand that every single day you support the crowd around you and you make sure you lift people up every single day. I understand I always make sure I find a new opportunity. I understand that when I have a new... I save the world. I save the world. I saves the world. Everything. I send much more greatness every day, but I never kill anything. I make sure either way I'm much more than yesterday. I thank you very much. You can always contact my suicide line. I mean, just make sure you come and check out my business. You come and ask me. You contact me in terms of my free helpline. You can come and get me some nice, beautiful questions. I need those questions coming. I understand every single day. I call it the suicide line. I call it the free helpline on my beautiful Instagram. I understand every single day. I always have more to say. I always have more to do. I understand either way. You must grow your maturity. You must understand that those who have a more of a maturity also have more passion and skills daily. To understand that what's important today is also rapping, but making sure that you rap in a way that has the I every single day. You must understand that you must also make sure to grow up every single day in maturity and in your information. Understand that's what I do all day long. I do it differently every single day. I'm always making sure there's always more to grow from. I understand when I grow, I'm also leading more, I'm also doing more. I'm doing more every single day. I have to also understand that your business today must ask questions every single day so you can be an entrepreneur and so you can give some ideas. I understand when I give you some ideas today, otherwise you're going to look more famous, or otherwise you're going to look better. You're going to have more to give. You're going to have more to receive. You're going to actually be much more blessed in your life to understand that what's blessed today is I. I understand I is so blessed today. I understand that when I go in my I again, I understand that's how I really go talk all day long. But I understand that I starts with the sentence first and then ends with the sentence all the time with I. I understand that when you go like that and you talk in the present moment and in the past tense moment and also in the future tense moment, or you talk in the future tense moment, you understand to speak the I more and more and more, otherwise you miss the moment. I understand the I in terms of when it's spoken, you never miss the present moment when you talk the I. I understand the I is forever. I understand that anything that wants to live more needs to speak the I more. I understand anything that wants to die doesn't speak the I. So make sure you self-reflect every single day upon the I daily. I understand that's very important to do so. I understand that what's important and more important is never hurt yourself, but make sure every single day is making sure that you love thyself all the time and making sure that you're always looking at yourself in the mirror and looking at a better way of life. I understand that's called entrepreneurship. I understand it's called making sure that when you speak in a different way every single time, that you focus upon what you're saying in a different way. But make sure that you start with I every single day. I understand that when I speak with I understand when I speak with I every single day, with my beautiful sentences in each and every single moment, I start with the I and end with the I understand that even though it may be past tense or future tense, I understand I've become present in that moment. I become the present moment because I connect all the past tense and future into the I. I understand then I do become this nice beautiful growth material that I understand I can grow my communications just like that, which is so easily done when you understand that even if you speak in past tense theory, I understand that now I started with my I again. I understand that is something much more that says I'm still in the present moment even though I speak past tense. I understand when I speak about yesterday, I understand that yesterday. I understand I start with the yesterday. I understand last year was something beautiful, but I have the I there. I have the I there, which means I is now. I is always now. I cannot be done in the future. I cannot be done in the past. You can never say I in the future. You can never say I in the past. You can always say it now. You can only say I now. I understand when you use the I more and more and more, you'll be more present. And you understand to start with the I and end with the I in your communication. And that way you're going to grow. You're going to grow into this individual who can do anything and so big and so much more effectively and so small and everything in terms of yin and yang every single day. You understand every single day to watch out. You understand every single day to be careful. You understand every single day to make sure that you look in the mirror and understand yourself all day long. I understand that's what the I factor is about. I understand it's really making sure you're developing your I daily. I understand that when you develop yourself, you must look greater. You must understand to increase your status, and to do that is I. You need to do that with the I every single day. I understand that when you're always doing something that's very important today. I understand when you're doing something that's very important today. I understand it must be I. I understand that's how I actually grow. I understand I connect with the I daily. I look at myself in the mirror and I say, I love I today. I love you. I love I. I understand I start with the I first. I'm never fake with I. I understand that if you go into the mirror today and you say, I love you, you'll mean it. I understand you'll always mean it when you look at yourself in the mirror and say, I love you. Otherwise, if you say love you without the I, and you look at yourself in the mirror, you understand why that is fake. I understand if you go into the mirror today and you say, I love you, I promise you it's very fake. I promise you, although realize the I understand the I is much more. You must say, I love you in the mirror, and not love you without the I. I understand if you say anything without the I today, I understand it's called fakeness, and it's called anything that's really dying today, and they're not really living. I understand anything that's really living today is something that's really trying again and again and again to do better and better and better, but making sure they understand the consequences, which may be understanding that you go and be aware, you be aware of everything. So understand your consequences and understand any kind of problems today and solve them, or solve consequences, or solve the theory of life. I mean, solve your life theory in terms of your action and what you have every single day. I always understand that no matter what, I just go and improve myself daily. I understand I believe in improvement. I believe in a greater world. I understand that when I do that, I always practice my nice, beautiful content on the street every single day. I understand when I do that, I'm always much more and more and more, because I understand what's important daily. I understand it's really making sure that you have more content. I understand when you have more content, you're going to really feel much more excellent. You're going to feel much more alive. You're going to feel much more blessed in your life. To understand that I'm also a music producer. I'll help you to understand, to get your voice out there. I understand I always need a voice. I always need a voice. So make sure you contact me every single day. I understand I will help you. I understand I always help people to do something greater. I understand I always need more vocalists with myself. I understand I'm also a vocalist. I'm also somebody who sings my own music tracks. I understand either way, I do electronic music. I also make sure that everybody understands how to do so. I also teach it inside of my Mega Drive. You can check it out. I understand every single day. I'm always making more quotes. I'm always doing more journaling. I'm always making sure that what I do is always have more talent. So how do I do that? I write it in a journal. I write everything down in a journal. I'm always making sure I communicate more and more on video and writing materials and quotes. I make sure I communicate more through music and through rapping and what not in terms of my singing. I'm always rapping. I'm always doing something different and different and different. I'm always making sure I'm adapting differently. I'm always happier in my heart. I understand that in my mind is my eye. I understand my eye is my heart. I understand my leg is my eye. I understand my hands are my eye. I understand my nice beautiful fingers are my eye today. I love you. I understand everything in terms of the ego and mind and heart and God and Jesus, and everything in terms of life is I. I understand everything is simplified into the I. I understand that's how I really grow. I understand anything that is not I today is really losing communication skills. I understand I always make sure that as soon as somebody wants to get interviewed by me in terms of my I understand I always go and refer the I into their communication, because I understand that sometimes they may miss out on the I because they're unaware of how to use it. I understand it's very easy to use the I today. I understand it's very easy to make sure that every single sentence that you ever speak out comes I first. I understand that every single time I start a new sentence in my video or any type of lifestyle that I have now, because before I didn't do that. I didn't start my I first before. I understand although that in the information I may have had an I, which I do. I understand although that this time I realize every single sentence that I say starts with I. I mean, just go and look at my I symptom. I understand there's always something more to say. I understand every single time I go and use the nice beautiful sentence, which is I, in every single sentence. I understand that's how I really communicate. I understand anything else that doesn't start with I first is ego. I realize it's just something that doesn't exist. I realize it's something that doesn't really vibe. I realize it's something that's fake. I realize it's something that doesn't really live. You have to understand that anything that's not ego is I, but understand that I is also ego. I understand I is a whole equation, but anything that's not I is something negative. I understand that something that's not I today is really ego. I understand something that's not I is something that's not God. And what is not God is something that's really going to kill you. I understand though that you understand that those who are causing violence today are also unaware about how to use the I love you method. I understand that they don't know how to say I love you. I understand I can say that I love you. I know how to say I love you. I understand when I say I love you all the time, I say it differently. I say it in a different manner. I'm always making sure that what I have today is entertainment. I understand I have to entertain every single day because that's what my YouTube is about. I entertain you in a different way. I'm doing something different every single day. But I make sure to go communicate differently all the time. I'm going to make sure that I'm always practicing differently. I'm always making sure that when I do a jump or I do a nice beautiful stunt or anything in life, I make sure I do it differently. But I understand I never try those stunts in terms of skateboards and all that because I may break my legs, I may break my neck. So I never do those stunts like Jackie Chan and all that. I understand either way. I understand that I just make sure to love thyself. I don't like to go on my spine and crack my spine and then die. I understand that it's not the way that I love to live life. I understand I make sure to go do something smart, which is communicate and communicate and communicate. And that's all my stunts in my life. I understand that every single day I like to produce music. I like to go and be real with people. I understand when I'm real, I understand I never have to be afraid. I'm never in any type of query that is really damaging. I understand that when I damage myself, I go back to my eye. I understand when I go to my eye every single day, I go and find out about eye daily. I understand I find about eye daily, and I understand when I find out about eye daily, I go and grow eye today. I understand I stick to the eye method. I stick to something very beautiful. I understand it's eye theory. I understand it's making sure that every single day I dedicate my language in a different way, or else you have to spin that propeller. You have to spin the communication cycle. I understand that when you're doing that, you're speaking up, or else when you speak up, you do it on camera, and then you'll be a millionaire, and you'll be a billionaire, and you also public speak, and you have great kids, and you have a great family, and you have a great life. I understand that's what it's about, and it's called communication skills in eye. I understand it's really called making sure that you're going to never die, so use your eye every single day. I understand when I do that daily, I'm always speaking in a different manner, I'm using my body language differently, I'm making sure I jiggle it on the stage while I public speak, I'm also making sure I look like Muhammad Ali in a different way. I understand either way, I make sure to go and dance around sometimes when I public speak. I understand I love to be upbeat, I love to be energy. I understand anything that increases my energy today is something that increases my I love I today. Otherwise that when I love I today, I increase my energy. I increase my energy because I want to live more. I never want to be something like this walking. I understand I love to run somewhere. I love to be very fit. I love to be something that can breathe to the fullest. I understand I was a smoker before. I understand I used to have emphysema for 19 years because my nose was broken, and then I fixed my nose, and now I can breathe. I can really breathe. I can understand when I quit the cigarettes, I can breathe even more. I can run 10 kilometers now without puffing out. Otherwise, that's what I is. I is something much more. Otherwise, I is something making sure that you don't fall. I understand that when you're falling, or else it's because you're not breathing. I understand that's why I never smoke cigarettes, because that's not going to help you breathe. I understand that it doesn't take away your eye though. I understand that smoking cigarettes and drugs and alcohol doesn't take away the eye, but understand that it takes away from your physical health. I understand that when you're drinking too much beer, you will have a gut. You will have a gut in the process. I understand if you're drinking and smoking too much ice, and also understanding that you're smoking cigarettes, you're also going to damage your liver and your health and your heart. I promise you. So make sure everything make sure everything in terms of nutrients that is coming into your body is the holy temple of your God, which is I. I understand that when you're poisoning the temple of your God in terms of your body, I understand that you may die early from liver cancer. You understand? Because what is not I is killing you. So understand to never kill you with drugs and alcohol and anything that's not healthy. You understand? So realize to never ever kill thyself and never kill anybody else, because that's not what God does, and that's not what Jesus Christ does. You have to understand that every single day, I make sure to go and improve upon I every single day. I understand when I go do that daily, I understand there's always something more to do. I understand there's always something more to be. I understand every single day. I thank you very much. I thank you. Alright, every single day, you guys are always free to ask me more questions. I understand there's always more to give. I understand there's always more to see. I understand there's always more to do. I have also much more to realize for myself in I. Understand that when I go and communicate daily, I understand I just go and mind my own business in my I. I understand that's how I really grow. I grow in a different way every single day. I understand that what's much more important is your growth today. I understand it's your leadership today. I understand it's your mindset today. I understand that when you go and improve yourself upon that nice beautiful information that you get given daily by people around you, you have to go and take action upon that nice beautiful knowledge and go and apply it like I am today. I understand it's called that because the more you understand your life, you understand I. I understand I is something that goes and grabs the information and then gives it to you. But I live it. I live the information I give you. You know, so the more you can speak up, or else the more you can actually live that knowledge that you have every single day. I understand that's what's very important. I understand it's really making sure that your life is much more.
I have to ask you one question.
A noise.
Have you ever had a man?
I have a man right here.
Do you want to go to the brothel later?
I never do brothels anymore.
Shit.
The brothel is a waste of time for I. You have to.
I've never been to the brothel. I have more respect for women than that.
I've been to the brothel because I was a stupid idiot.
At least you've learned.
I understand. I never have to go there because when you have a wife, you never need the brothel.
Yeah.
I understand.
Very true.
I understand either way. I understand they have to come to you anyway.
I personally would never do it.
I understand either way. You're much better than me then. I admit it. Thank you. Thank you. I did turn it on. Either way, I understand.
Good on you for stopping.
Thank you very much. I understand either way. I have been to the brothels, I have been to the prostitutes, I've had sex with them, but guess what? Otherwise, it never satisfies me. I understand that what satisfies me is my I. I Understand, I go and grow. Otherwise, this is much more important than an escort and then a brothel today. Understand, it's called communication skills. Understand that if you go chasing women or sex and men with other people in terms of life, you understand that Jesus doesn't do that. I understand that Jesus teaches that sex with other people doesn't help you unless you're having a kid. Although understand that Jesus never himself had a kid, because understand this, you understand that Jesus died for you on the cross. Understand that Jesus had a kid today. Understand that the Pharisees would have killed the kid of Jesus Christ also. You understand? So realize that Jesus is smart. Understand that Jesus understood 5 years ahead of time that he's going to get killed. So realize that is why you never ever do anything that may stun somebody else. You never ever go and create kids if somebody else is going to kill them. You understand? So realize that by Jesus Christ's name. I understand every single day I've always got more to say, I've always got more to give. I understand that when you go to the brothels and to the prostitutes and all that, I realize that it's all scraps of pleasure. I realize it's the same thing as a fat man or woman who grabs for the food and drink. I realize it doesn't satisfy you and it makes you uglier throughout time. Because when you're chasing a woman or a man, I realize by the time you get to them, I realize that's maybe 2 hours, or else it could be a week, or else I don't know how long it takes you to have sex with other people, but guess what? Or else that what's more important than sex with other people is have sex with you in Jesus Christ. I understand that when you're going that way, you never waste time about pleasure. You have to understand that pleasure doesn't satisfy, or else pleasure makes you ugly. I understand that anything that's pleasure driven is not information driven. I'm information driven, so I don't care about pleasure. I realize that this is all the pleasure in the world, because I get many people today watching me in terms of my eye. I understand that when I go and grow up daily, I understand that's why I'm always doing something that's very important every single day. I understand I call it my eye. I understand I never call it anything other than eye. I understand eye is everything. So realize that the definition of eye is all the nice beautiful words in the dictionary today and the encyclopedia and all the sentencing that you ever have seen in life. I realize eye is the definition of that. You understand? Otherwise, every single day, I'm always making sure that I'll go simplify all the Bible and everything into I. I understand that my life, in terms of my life, I understand that I go and grow up every single day. I understand that sometimes I do sometimes yawn in an accidental manner where I understand I have to burp or something like that. I understand I never mean it. I understand that either way, I understand I'm always growing from what I see in my life. I understand when I grow what I see, I understand I grow I today. I see I only today. I only see one individual today in terms of I. I understand I see I today. I see only one. I see one in I. I see that's God. I realize anything that sees I only is everything. I understand if you see 2 and 3 people over there and 5, 6 people over there and something out there, I realize that you never see anything other than I. You don't see 5 people over there walking. You don't see 5 people sitting down. You don't see 5 women walking down the street, or 10 women or 50 women or a group of people. You only see I. You understand? You only see I, because when you focus on I, you love yourself. But if you focus on a group of people, you then are the crowd. You don't be the crowd, you focus on I, and you realize that you're not the crowd anymore. I understand that I realize the crowd doesn't focus on I. I realize that I focus on everything that's I only. I never focus on the crowd. I never focus on any other word in the dictionary other than I. I understand that's the only word I focus on. I understand that where I am, I'm everywhere. I understand God is everywhere in I. I understand I see the bird. I see that's I too. I realize everything in terms of non-human animals and everything that's really speaking and living today in the tree is I. I realize everything that's really today is I. I understand that's how I really live life. I live it in the I. I live it in the I symptom every single day. I understand that's why I communicate daily. I make sure every single day I'm watching out for myself in my I. I understand that when I watch out, I make sure to never do anything that's really going to break my legs or break my neck, because I love to understand that I love thyself. I love myself in a way that I never want to hurt I. So I make sure to never put myself in situations where I may break my spine, or where I may get hit by a car, or where I may fall off a scooter and hit the edge of the stairs, or else that, and then I hit the, or else then if I hit the edge of the stairs with my head, or else then it cracks my skull, or else that's scary. I understand that can kill me. I understand, although I never kill I make sure I prevent those situations from happening, because I understand that what's confidence is understanding that your life must be greater. You must understand there's always something much more to do than what you're doing today. Understand that what you are doing today, or else you can always do something better. You can always make sure that your life can be much more improvement. You can always understand that my Instagram today has over 11,000 photos. I have 11,000 photos in my Instagram and more. I understand that over the next 22 years, I'll be uploading 60 photos of myself every single day on Instagram. Otherwise, that's the goal. I understand that's 6 posts a day I post on Instagram. I understand either way that my beautiful story inside of my Instagram has 100 photos of myself every single day. I I always post 100 photos of myself every single day on my Instagram, and my YouTube channel always has 1 hour coming up. I understand today I'm past the hour mark today because I understand I'm doing a bit extra today. I understand it's still daytime. I understand I have a curfew of 6 p.m. every single day, but today is special because today I have other important matters that I did before. I realize now I'm just here. I understand I'm just catching up with my life over here. I understand that's why I'm always much more than yesterday. I'm always making sure I'm improving myself. I'm never tired. I can always talk every single day. I can talk all day long. I understand it's called about leadership. I realize about leadership is called right now in terms of I understand everything is I understand that's why I'm always simplifying everything I say in a different manner. I understand it's called practice theory. I understand either way. I understand that I also make sure to go make music. I just made 3 tracks in the past 4 tracks in terms of past 4 days. I understand either way. I go and sets it out sometimes. I understand I play my musical speaker in a different setting somewhere where it's a different room. I understand I like to vibrate my music in a different way, in a different genre. I understand either way I make techno music, I make electronic, I make EDM, I make jazz, I make rock, I make everything under the blue sun because I understand I love to try out everything. I understand the more I try out daily, I understand the better I get. I understand that what's mature today is making sure that you love thyself and growing thyself and making sure that every single day you have more and more that's accountable in your life. I understand it must be you daily. I understand that when you go and share people around, you have to share yourself around the most. You have to understand that you're the most important aspect of your life. I understand I'm the most important aspect of my life. I understand that everybody must be the most important aspect of I today. I understand anything that's I is something that you have today. You have an I today because that's why you're alive. Or else as long as you have an I today, or else you must live life. Or else if you have no I anymore, or else then you may cause suicide, and then you may kill somebody, and then you may also understand that you may hurt yourself and kick the tree where it may hurt you. You have to understand that anything that hurts you is not I. I understand anything that's hurting you today is because you are not using the I. Unfortunately, when you use the I today, you have to understand to use it every single day and become aware of it and write in your journal and speak the I out. Otherwise, when Jesus came here, in terms of Jesus Christ, otherwise Jesus went and wrote the Bible. I understand now, Jesus is walking around while the disciples of Jesus are writing the Bible down. You understand? Because guess what? I realize Jesus wrote everything down. Because Jesus came here with an I. I understand that I is so important that I have to give my story in terms of my I. I have to give a story about I today because I understand that's how I start my life. I start with I. I realize that the first alphabet of the nice beautiful letter of the dictionary of life is I. I understand that the first word of God is I. I understand that God started today with I. I understand every single day God ends with I. I understand every single day that anything in between is always much more. I understand that's why I'm always developing. I'm always making sure I'm here in Marketplace in Sydney right now. I understand either way there's a nice beautiful stage over here where I can go and develop thyself every single day. I understand either way it's for free because I give $14. I understand I gain so much more than $14. I've gained so much more than $14 in this nice beautiful hour that I've been communicating right now. I've met some new people, or that's more than $14 that I've given. I understand either way, I'm always making sure that what I've given here is something of an hour of nice beautiful knowledge that can help people for generations. I understand either way that you go and learn from that and make sure you go and do something different. Otherwise when somebody starts rapping in front of your video and somebody starts beatboxing, or start dancing and doing just something along the ride, you understand? Because if you're just standing around while they're performing, I need you to perform something too. I need you to see my example in terms of how I was doing it. I understand that he took my microphone. I understand I have to do something in the video. I have to make an act or something, so I started to dance. I understand either way, I'm just making a vibe. You understand? You have to make a vibe daily. I realize, what is this called? I realize this is called I. I understand I is the vibe. I is the vibe every single day. I understand every single day that the question to your answers is I. I understand the statements to your questions today is I. I understand the sentencing that you must be using is I. I understand the only number of your life is I. I understand that if you have the number 26 in mind, you then are number 26 in your life. I understand that when you conform to understand that the 1 is better than the 26, you understand that you become the 1. You then understand that I is much more important than 1. I is now the actual number of your life. I is actually first. I first. Or it's not number 1 first. I understand it's I first. I understand that when I put I first, I realize now I can really understand much greater. I understand now I always have much more freedom. I always have much more peace. I will need you to contact me. I need you to contact me with your rapping. You contact me, I thank you. I always make sure every single day. If you don't contact me, I'm always on YouTube, I'm always on Instagram. I thank you very much, guys. I understand you can come and watch me on my nice, beautiful public speaking range around Australia when it happens. I understand either way it's going to happen very soon. I understand I'll be traveling everywhere around the world public speaking because that's what I do daily. Or that's why I'm here today public speaking. I understand over the next 72 years I'll be public speaking every single day. I understand I practice every single day, something differently. I understand I always do differently. I thank you very much. I understand every single day I'm always making sure that there's always more to say. I understand there's always more to do. I understand everything in terms of beautiful boys and beautiful girls. I understand it's beautiful ladies and gentlemen. Every single day, I understand everything in terms of life. You must conform into the I. I understand that any type of words that you may say without the I, you must go and process that with the I. You must say that anything in terms of the future is now, because I is now. I understand the I is much more relatable in terms of the moment. You must be also on the stage. You must understand to public speak also. You must understand to always make sure that what I do today is help people to grow. I help people to grow daily because I understand, I believe in you growing because I grow. I grow, so I make sure to everything in life I grow. I make sure I go do everything I can to grow every single day because I understand what this is. I understand it's called leadership, otherwise it's called leadership and freedom and understanding that your life must be processed in a way that it's I. I understand when it's I today, I understand it's what understanding is called in terms of leadership, in terms of life, I understand it's I understand that's why I go into the I again. I understand that's why I communicate differently. I do it differently every single day because I have a nice beautiful stage here. I understand the crowd over here, but I understand that I have a bigger crowd online. I understand I have a bigger crowd online. I understand I may have here over 20 people. I understand either way, or they're all walking over there. I understand they're all sitting around over there somewhere. I understand either way. I understand I have a nice beautiful gesture over here to come and practice my content every single day. I understand that when I practice my content every single day, I do it in a fashion where you can also see me and see my body language, but I understand either way that you can hear my audio. I understand it's the best I can do right now. I understand either way that it's really, the time is now. Otherwise, the time is now. I understand either way that the time is now, but the time is just making sure that you understand that it's almost night time right now. I understand either way that it's either daytime or nighttime. I understand it's either afternoon or morning, or it's really noon or midnight. You can say midnight, you can say sunset, you can say sunrise, you can say it's right now. You can understand that either way, it's called silence, soon, I understand everything is right now. I understand everything is eternal every single day. I understand I practice daily. I understand that's why I'm very important every single day. I understand that's why I have more and more to give every single day. I have more to receive. I have more in terms of my blessings, which is my blessed behavior today in terms of my I. I understand either way, I make sure to go and grow up every single day. I'll go and be more mature. I'll go and make more development in terms of my tracks daily. I understand I can always sing. I can sing something today. I can sing in a different way. I can sing it like this. Although I understand that if I sing a nice beautiful track like this in terms of my vocals today, I understand I can, although I realize something right now. I understand that it's much better to understand that I can. I understand either way, I must show that I can. I understand that when I call myself upon something in life, I understand that it's much better that I go do it in my nice beautiful time capsule where I live in terms of my I understand that way. I understand to sing something that's really going to be effective, and then you never get lost in words, because otherwise if you get lost in words, you have to understand that you'll never get lost in words. You must understand that you must just read more to understand more, and that's it. Otherwise, if you don't get something in terms of life where you don't understand a word, or if you don't understand what's said, you have to read more to understand. You have to read more. You have to understand that if you don't understand a word, go and learn it. Go and learn all the words of the dictionary, and that way you can public speak different words. Otherwise, if I have 10,000 words in my vocabulary, and you have 2 words in your vocabulary, I'm smarter than you. Otherwise, anybody who has a higher vocabulary system in their life is always smarter than the one who has less. Otherwise, now, I understand to go and learn synonyms every single day. I must go learn synonyms and antonyms. I must go connect those words together. I say good is evil. I say good in terms of life is goodness. I realize goodness is confidence. I realize confidence is courage. I realize confidence in terms of courage is everything. I understand that either way, I'm always developing those nice beautiful words, and I'm connecting them together, because that's how you really public speak. You public speak through communication, and through communication you can own the world that you live in. You have to understand the world must be you and not the outside world. You don't own the outside world. You own you. Otherwise, only you are going into your grave. Otherwise, the outside world is not coming with you. Otherwise, what's coming with you in the grave is you. I understand that the grave is a peaceful place. Otherwise, the grave is a peaceful place to live. Understand that when you go and live in that nice, beautiful grave, you understand that you are risen with Jesus Christ, and understand that you are in eternity with Jesus Christ and God. Understand that's the nice, beautiful salvation of life. That Jesus came here to give the good news of the Bible and God, to understand that you must understand that you live in eternity, and that if you die, you shall also have life. Otherwise, that if Jesus died like that, you have to understand that Jesus died like that. Otherwise, that Jesus deserves to live in eternity, because did Jesus really get a chance to live life? I mean, no. I mean, you have to understand that Jesus did have a chance to live life, but it was taken away from him. Otherwise, now anything that's taken away from you will be yours. You understand? Otherwise, now Jesus came here and died at 33. You understand? Because other people killed Jesus in terms of I. But Jesus' nice, beautiful knowledge here is forever. You understand? Although Jesus never really had a choice. You understand? Otherwise, Jesus never chose anything other than to help you. But understand that other people chose for him to die, but Jesus never chose to die. Otherwise, his chance was taken away from Jesus Christ. Otherwise, now Jesus Christ didn't take his chance away, but other people took Jesus Christ's chance away. Otherwise, other people took his life away. Otherwise, why? Otherwise, why? Because they are unaware of what they're doing. Otherwise, if I come into your home today and I take away your daughter's life, otherwise now you understand Jesus Christ. You understand? I understand she never even had a choice to live life. Otherwise now, because of that, I understand there is a God that says, I will raise you 3 days later, and you will understand why you have eternity. And that's why Jesus came here and understands that the Bible is something very precious in terms of its knowledge. Otherwise, life is precious because there's knowledge here, and there's silence here, and there's breathing, and there's something more to say, and there's something more to do every single day. I understand that when I go and preach the Bible of Jesus Christ, I preach life itself, I preach something that's really amen in terms of life. I understand that either way, amen is now in terms of my I. I understand that when I grow up every single day, I'll go do much better than yesterday. I'll always have much more knowledge to give, but the Bible of Jesus Christ is the knowledge you have today. I understand it's called knowledge, because anything that's knowledge does grow you. You understand? Otherwise, I grow you. I have over 600 hours of video content in my Instagram and YouTube channel. You can find me at Danny Milivojevic, Instagram. I understand either way, you can find me on YouTube also at Danny Milivojevic. I understand either way, it's called Danny Milivojevic. Otherwise, every single day, I'll go and call my name out in I. I understand I is something real. I understand I is even more than Danny Milivojevic. I understand every single day I always simplify into a different method. I make sure I use a stage, I use something different. But I understand that when I look at anything in terms of people today and other people, I use the word I. I understand I just see I today. Otherwise, it's so simple. I realize I see many people in I. Otherwise, now, when I see many people, I just see I today. Otherwise, if you see 20 people, otherwise, there's only I today. Otherwise, now, it's simplified. Otherwise, when it's simplified, you understand why it's growing. You understand? Because you don't see 100 people at the fireworks, you just see I today. Because I is very much more simpler than seeing 100 people. You understand? Because when you see 100 people, then you think about the word hundreds. And then you become the 100th person in your life. You understand? But when you see I today, or as I first, or as now I grow from everything I see. I can only grow when I put the I first and not the 100th number. You understand? Or else that when I see 2 dogs, I only see I. I see I. I simplify the 2 dogs into I. I see 4 people over here, but I see I here. I see I. I mean, is it really 4 or is it I? Or is it 4 in I? Or is now it's all simplified into I. I understand that when I see something in terms of life, I see I only. I understand that way I go and have a better life. I have a better life when I put I first. I is much more important than 4 people. I just see I there. I just say I. Or else it's not 4 people, or else it's I. I focus on I, or else why do I have to focus on 4 people for? I understand either way, I'm always growing, I'm always making sure that every single day I go and practice my ability to public speak. I understand when I do that daily, I always have more and more coming. I have a better life, I have a better world, I have a better girl, I have a better son, I have a better daughter, I have a better God, I have a better Jesus Christ in me, in terms of my eye. I understand every single day I have a star right up here. I have a nice beautiful star up here, in terms of my stage over here. I own the stage today because I chose to come here. I chose to come and do a nice beautiful public speaking program in the sunset. I realized it's so beautiful, but I didn't know what to expect except I. I only know I. I can expect I today. I can expect I all my life. I don't know about you though. I understand that you must expect I also. I understand when you expect anything in life, you expect I only. Otherwise, if you want anything in life, you must want I first. Otherwise, if you want the $1 billion, you want I first. I first is much more than the $1 billion. You understand? I understand that's why I'm always doing public speaking on the street. I'm always making sure that every single day I'm more accountable. I'm making sure every single day I have leadership qualities that I can go and give some nice, beautiful ideas and strategies that people can come and improve upon, otherwise they have to come and improve about in their eye every single day. I understand that way, or else that way, I understand I go and improve that communication technique. I understand I go into my eye again. I understand I have a small little portraits over here. I have small little portraits over here, I'll show you. I have a little portrait over here, and this size is the other size as well. Alright, I have two little small portraits over here. I'll show you the other one so you can see. Alright, I'm very honest. I understand here, you can see this one is also something similar. But guess what? I understand behind me, you must understand that it's just a wide space. I realize there's 100 meters over there. You understand? Although, are they able to really see these portraits or not? Or they cannot see these portraits. Do you understand? Because they don't deserve to see my name. Or they don't deserve to see what this is. Because they didn't come in here, or else they didn't come to see who I am. Or else that's why I made little portraits today. You understand? Because I understand straight away that they are just looking at I today. Or else they're not really looking at my nice, beautiful promotional tags. You understand? Or else they're just looking at I today. So realize this. Or else they don't deserve my information. You understand? I made little small portraits today because many people don't care about I. You understand? I realize if somebody is really interested about my name, you'll come and check out what this is over here. You come and check out my name over here if you're really interested. Otherwise, I made small little portraits just for that. You understand? Because I don't want you to have my information. I don't want you to have my beautiful information. I don't need you to grow up with my information. I don't need you. I understand that what's important is my little name tag right here. I understand that many people are just walking past, but they're not really coming to see that little name that I have. Instead, which is my eye. I understand though. They don't deserve my information. I can see it straight away. I have power straight away. I don't need to promote myself in front of people who don't care about I. But I promote myself in front of I daily so I can grow. You understand? I understand every single day, or that's what's important. I don't have to lie anymore to myself in terms of my eye. I understand I always use it. I used to have a massive portrait. You may have seen it. I may have shown it. I did show it. I understand that when I show something, I actually know what I show in terms of it, in terms of I. I always make sure I know my eye. I know everything in life in my eye only. I understand that what's important today is my name today. And that's why I have two little small portraits today, because other people don't deserve my information. I realize they don't deserve what I give. You understand? Because otherwise they'll come and check it out. Otherwise now 5 guys came in this video to have a nice beautiful public speaking gig with them. You understand? And I lifted their confidence because I lift my confidence also. I understand when I lift, I do a nice beautiful video. I do it every single day in a different manner. I understand that it's not violence that's the solution. I understand it's really promoting yourself. Although I promote myself with little portraits this time, because I understand that those people who look at me don't deserve my information. Or else they don't deserve my Instagram. Or else you guys don't deserve my Instagram. You don't deserve it. Or else that what's important, I understand that. Because my little name over here is my eye. You get it? You guys don't deserve me. You don't deserve me. Or else that what's important is understand that many people are walking by. You understand? Or else they don't deserve me. Or else that anybody who deserves me in terms of my eye will come and check out my name. Because I'm very inspirational. Or else now they just walk away. Or else you'll never get my information. You'll never get my information. I promise you. You'll never get my information in life. Or else now. I understand that's why I'm so inspiring. I understand that's why I grow. I understand I don't care about them. I don't care about them because they're not showing that they care about me in terms of my information. Or else they look at my body and my language over here. Or else right now, or else they're calling me a drug addict. You understand? Because they're not approaching me. Or else they're not getting to know me. You understand? Or else they're very scared of me. You understand? So realize that I am something much more than yesterday. So I don't care about them. I don't care about those people who just give me a look. You understand? Because I'll never see them again. Or else what's important is understand that those who care about you will come and check out your small little portrait and your name. Because if they don't, I realize that all the thousands of knowledge in terms of hours that you've done, or else they don't even deserve it. You understand? So every single day I'm just practicing here, with or without you. I understand that what's important every single day is I check out something greater every single day. I check out something more. I check out and I look at the video. I look at the video, I look around, I make sure every single day I go and develop myself every single day, because I don't have to care for them, because they don't care for me. Or else they don't care for me. Or else the only 5 people really came to see I today. Or else 5 people came and took a photo of my nice beautiful portrait in what? Or else in 1 hour and 28 minutes. You understand? Or else everybody else is looking at me like some fancy what? Understand either way, understand that what's important is I give the knowledge. I give the knowledge because those who show up on my YouTube channel are the ones who really deserve what I have to give. I understand that's why I'm always much more confident. I always have much more to give. I always have much more of a blessing every single day. I practice with or without you. I understand either way that because you're in the video right here, I understand you do care about I. You do care about yourself because you're in this video. You're somebody who wants to learn and grow. I understand when you want to learn and grow because you're with me in terms of my I, you came with I today. You came with I. I'm teaching you how to I today. I understand that's why you're growing. You're growing because you care about I. You understand? I grow you. I never waste your time. I understand that many people around you may waste your time. I understand that many people around you will waste, or else many people around you waste your time. I promise you. I promise you, 1% of the world does not waste your time, but 99% of the world does not know that I. I know the I. I teach you the I daily, but I understand every single day. I understand who's interested in I today and who's not. I understand either way, I'll go and look at the crowd. I understand either way, I'm here at Marketplace. I can have, over the next 72 years, I can be on this nice, beautiful stage and it's for free. I give $14 a month. I come and do my nice, beautiful program, 2 hours every single day. I can do it because I gave $14 for that kind of license. Or that I can do a nice, beautiful public speaking program and have long hours too. I understand either way, I'm always able to practice 2 hours of nice, beautiful knowledge and communication daily in Marketplace, Australia, where there's a nice, beautiful stage here, and there's also a Christmas tree behind I every single day. I understand it's very much becoming Christmas. But 2 years ago, I understand I became vegan. I became vegan 2 years ago. I understand it's 2018, or was that 3 years ago, I became vegan. Or was 3 years ago, I became vegan. I'm always much more developed. I'm always much more than yesterday. I'm always making sure I develop thyself every single day. I love thyself. I understand that what's important daily is my I. I'm going around the world. I love I. I love every single day. I don't know about who you're hanging around with, but I understand that what's important is my I. You understand? Otherwise, I'm famous. I'm something great. I don't need a woman in my life. I don't need you in my life. I don't need a crowd. I don't need what you have in life. I have I today. I understand I have I. I have something really great. You understand? I understand either way that if I don't have kids in this lifetime, I will adopt kids. I will adopt 14 and 15 disciples in my life. I promise you. I will adopt them. I will adopt kids because the woman in my life is I. I is everything. I make sure I love I. I understand I grow thyself all the time. I always have more to give. I always have much more blessings. I always have much more to recognize. I'm very happy. I'm very happy because I'm always doing greater. I understand that anything in terms of life, in terms of I, is something much more greater than life itself. I understand that's why I'm always growing. I'm always practicing. I'm always developing. With or without you, I understand I always have leadership quality in I understand that's why I'm always growing. I'm always making sure I give those ideas. I practice, baby. I practice in a different way. I practice in a new way. I practice making sure that other people don't even see my name. I want you to never see me again. I want you to never see me again because I understand that they are not interested. You get it? Or else I never want you to see me again. I want you to go away from my life always. You understand? Because what's important is I have my name today. I have something greater. I have something greater than them in life. I understand that when they're just looking at you, or they're just looking at you and they just walk past and they're not interested about your entertainment and what you bring to the table, or else you're not interested in me. You're not interested in me, mate. Or else I understand who you are. I understand what this is. Or else that you're looking at me for an idea. I'm giving you an idea here about how to be leadership quality. I understand that doesn't inspire you. Or else that doesn't inspire you. Or else it doesn't inspire you that I'm here today. Or else it doesn't inspire you today. Or else you're just running somewhere else. I understand either way that what inspires I today is I. I understand many people don't even get inspired by this in terms of my I. Or else they don't get inspired that I public speak on the street. I understand that they will never ever be public speakers. Or else they'll never ever be public speakers because they didn't come to check my name. You understand? Or else that's why I have small portraits. Or else every single day, I understand what's important. I understand I grow up every single day. I practice and I just enjoy. I enjoy. I love my life. I love my life, but they're going to be jealous of me. Or else they're already jealous. Or else they're already jealous of my life. I understand either way I have something greater in my life. I have something much more to give. I understand every single day I'm going to practice like beautiful communication skills. But I see many people just walking past and they don't care to even look at my name. Or else they don't even care to look at my name. But understand that this is what's going to happen with you too. Or else why is that? Because they're arrogant. Or else they're not learning. Or else they're not growing. And they don't care about you. I mean, they're just spitting in your face by walking away. Or else they just spit in your face by walking away. Or else they always spit in my face because they're just walking away. I don't care how beautiful they are, because are they really beautiful when they don't even check my name? Or else now, my name is not Danny Milivojevic, but are they really checking to follow me all my life? Or else no. Or else no. Or else they're not inspirational people. You understand? Or else I'm inspirational every single day. I've got something to give. I've got something to say. I've got something to bring to the table every single day. Or else when they don't check out my name, or else they're not even inspirational. Or that my name is I. Or else if they don't even come to follow I daily, or else they're not inspirational people. You understand? Or else that I am inspirational because I follow my journey. Or else when somebody follows your journey, or else they're definitely inspirational. You understand? So follow your journey the most, and you understand why you'll be inspirational daily. I understand there's always something more to give. I understand there's always more to. I understand there's always more to say. I understand that I always go and simplify all the numbers and all the nice beautiful theory in my nice action plans that I have over here. I understand that when I have a nice beautiful action plan, I go do it daily in a different crowd and also in a different setting every single day. I look at the crowd once and I never see you again. I understand that's so good, because I always have a new crowd to talk about. I always have something new, because once they see me, or else that's it. Or else I just make sure I'm much more important. I make sure there's always something more to say. I understand there's always something more to give. I come here and practice. I practice alone. Or else is there a girl next to me? Or else where's my wife? Or else there's no other woman next to me. Or else I am my wife, I'm my everything. Or I'm not a woman, I'm a man. Or understand there's no woman here supporting me today. I understand there's no kids supporting me today. Or else why? Or else a woman never chose I today. Or else they never chose I. Or else they chose I when I was a drug addict. I understand they don't choose I when I'm number one in my life in terms of my I. I understand either way, I go and develop thyself every single day. I develop something of real high quality every single day. I develop a nice beautiful abundance every single day. I develop a strategy every single day to go and plan some techniques every single day, to go and do something new every single day. I always have some new plans. I have some new strategies every single day. I always have something new to give. I always have new entertainment skills, so you can check out my nice beautiful name over here. You can come and check out my Instagram. I'll give you so much ideas. I'll give you so much on the table. I'll give you nice beautiful information daily. I understand either way, I understand I always go and develop that thyself, which is I. I understand when I go develop I every single day, I always have self-love. I always say, I never go with the crowd. I never go with the crowd. I'm alone. Or else, where's the crowd over here? I never go with the crowd. I never go with the crowd. I stay alone. I stay alone in life. I stay alone. I stay alone because I understand what the crowd is. Or else they're just a bunch of ducks. You understand? Or else I go with the eagles. I'll go fly, baby. I'll go fly worlds. You understand? Or else now, I love ducks. I love eagles. I love everything. Or else the point I'm saying is go alone. You understand? Or else don't be with the sheep. Or else go with the wolves. Or else the wolves will go in the jungle. Or else the sheep must stay with the herd. Or else if the sheep go into the jungle, or else they get eaten by wolves. You understand? Or else if you go and become a duck, or else you stay in one pond. Or else if you go and become an eagle, you travel mountains. You travel worlds. You travel seas. You travel big oceans. You understand? Or else eagles eat ducks. Understand either way that you must understand who you support daily. You must support your I. You must support yourself. You must understand that when you support yourself daily, you'll be something greater. I love my beautiful street performance here because I understand that what's important is I grow. I have a nice beautiful melody going that says I every day can do my nice beautiful content. I can do nice beautiful content in front of people for a change. I can do it in front of people. I don't need them to see my name. I don't need them in my life. Alright, that's why I got two small portraits today. I used to have a nice beautiful portrait which is large. You understand? Alright, that they can definitely see my name when it's large. You understand? I although made it smaller. I made my portrait smaller because I don't need them to watch my name. I don't need them. I don't need them in my life. Or else that what I need is to come here and practice. Or else that the really interested ones need to walk from 100 meters to get to this little nice beautiful sign to see what that says. Because if they don't do it, or else they're never inspirational people. Or else you could smile at me all you like, but if you never even follow me, you're never inspirational for me. I say if you never follow me, you're never inspirational. Or else what's inspirational is I today. You understand? I'm real. Or else they're smiling. Or else they're smiling at me. Or else they're smiling at me but never coming up to me in terms of my life. Or else either way, my life is something greater. I understand every single day I always have more to give. You understand? You can see the nice, beautiful crowd around me. I understand I call them a beautiful crowd anyway because they're not calling me violence or they're not causing me violence. I understand either way that they smile at you and they just walk away. Or else that's so beautiful. I understand either way that they're not causing me violence. I understand they're not interested in I, but they're smiling. I mean, what are you smiling for? I mean, either way, smile. I mean, go ahead and smile. But guess what? I understand that what's important is be a smiling type of guru every single day. I mean, be a smiling teacher. I mean, understand thyself. I understand that those who understand why I do the small little portraits, because I understand that they don't deserve my knowledge. I understand the ones that deserve it will come all the way for that knowledge. I understand that knowledge is something worthy. I understand it's something that's really going to help people for generations. I understand I come here and practice daily. I understand I'm always increasing my confidence. I have a nice beautiful stage here. I go practice daily. I have a nice beautiful star over here. I understand I have a nice beautiful crowd that doesn't cause me violence. I understand that's why I can see. I can see the I. Or I can see the crowd is I. I understand although I'm always alone. I'm never with the crowd. I understand I always go back to the I. I'll go and develop that I symptom. I'll go develop the I syndrome. I syndrome is not a disease, although it can be a disease if you use it more. Or else now a disease is I, and I is not a disease. Or else now, how do you make sense of that? Or else the yin yang of life is I. I also understand that when I use my I can never die. I can also never kill anybody. I can also make sure to grow. I understand I'm always making sure to develop thyself every single day. I understand that's why I'm always much more in my heart. I'm always making sure there's always much more simplification. I understand there's always much more leadership going every single day. I always give more, always receive more, always make sure there's always more to understand. I understand no farmers and no food. Or else no farmers, no food. I understand either way that I understand what farmers is, I understand what food is, I understand it's I today. I is very important. Or else I rather understand that either way, you must only have your I. You must have the I. You can always find me on my Instagram over here, you can come and check it out. Or else I always have a nice beautiful knowledge to give you about Jesus Christ and life and health and about India and about everything. I make sure to go and update everything around I today. I understand it's very important that you come and be a public speaker every single day and come and enjoy your life. I understand it's very important that you understand what this is. I understand this is called leadership development every single day in marketplace. I come here and practice on YouTube. You can follow me. I'll teach you and your kids for generations every single day about life. I'll teach you about how to grow. I'll teach you more than anybody around you will. I'll teach you more. I understand that either way, I understand that what's important every single day is learn thyself every single day. I understand you must love thyself. I understand that's why I'm always growing. I understand either way, I have some beautiful women over here who may have seen my name today, although my name is I. I understand my name is I understand that what's important is I grow thyself every single day. I understand self-love is very much more in terms of life. I have self-interest, I have something greater, I have a different life perspective, I have a different nice beautiful knowledge to give. I understand when I give ideas, I give it differently all the time. I always make sure every single day I've got more aspects of life handed with I understand when I have more to give, I always have more to receive. I understand either way, I'm much more than yesterday. I understand that those who are not interested in information never will come in my direction. I realize that they never even deserve my information there. I understand either way, I deserve something more, or that's why I practice over here. I practice every single day so I can become a star, so I can become Jesus Christ, because Jesus Christ is a star, or else Jesus Christ is very much a fame in life. I understand Jesus Christ is very famous. I understand that I have to become Jesus Christ. I have to learn about Jesus Christ. I have to learn about information. I have to learn about something different every single day. I have to understand what thyself is. I have to love I. I have to understand I love I every single day. I know I every single day. I understand there's always more to give, but you have to be a public speaker if you want to be something in life. I understand when I go and do this every single day, I promote myself in my I every single day. I understand that's why I'm very important. I realize every single day it's very much more in terms of I understand everything is much more. I understand much more life in terms of my life. I understand every single day I go and thyself in I understand that's why I'm always developing thyself. I understand that's why I'm always growing. I understand that's why I always have more. I understand when I have more, I give more. I understand that's why I'm always giving ideas. I understand when I give ideas, I go and do leadership every single day. I do leadership, but I make sure to go and communicate differently all the time. I just feel so fulfilled in my I. I feel so much more because I understand that communication skills is something amazing every single day. I understand when I go and communicate daily, I do it in a different fashion. I understand different fashion means different action, or else different action is always an audio tape that you do, in terms of sound quality, you must understand that you must give a best production of your life. You must do something much more than what you're doing. You must understand, I have to do so much more than this so that I can be more and more and more in my life. And how do I do that? I increase the information in my life. I increase every single aspect of my life every single day. I make sure to write everything down in my journal. Otherwise, my journal is a 24/7 business. Otherwise, I step in my journal whenever I write some notes down. I write some notes down, I teach you something in those notes. Otherwise, those notes fill up. Otherwise, I may do something else in terms of those notes, but then I go and do it on a video. I do notes on the video, for example. I then make sure to go into my journal after this video, and I write some different notes that may come up from the nice, beautiful knowledge of the world that's being given to me, in terms of my mentors who give my knowledge every single day. Otherwise, my knowledge. Otherwise, it's my knowledge. Otherwise, the Bible is my Bible. Otherwise, the Bible of Jesus Christ is mine. Otherwise, that's my information. I love information. You understand? I love information. I go and grab the Bible, I make sure to go and produce that information of the Bible. Because I believe in the Bible. I believe in that information. I believe in the story of Jesus Christ. I believe in that story so much because I understand it's so inspirational. I believe in that story. Whereas stories from other people can inspire you. I understand that every single day Jesus Christ inspires I because Jesus Christ died on the cross for I. I understand, I can see in the Bible, I can see it in His language, I can see it in the story of Jesus Christ, I can see what happened, I can see what heartache He went through. But guess what? Otherwise, Jesus is always happier in the Bible. Otherwise, He's never suffering. Otherwise, other people are trying to make Him suffer. Otherwise, you can never make God suffer. You can never make I suffer. I understand that anything that inspires I today is a story. You must give that story if you want to inspire I. Otherwise, if you don't want to inspire me today in terms of my I, otherwise, then you understand why I speak I understand, I give you that story then. I then make sure that you watch me in terms of my story and how I give my story, so then that you can go and give your story. I understand it's confidence that you're lacking if you don't give your story every single day. I understand that's why I go and perform every single day differently. I go do it differently. I make sure every single day I'm alone over here. I'm alone, but I love life. I have God with me. I have Jesus Christ with me right now. I understand I'm not alone. I'm not alone. I'm the only one in Sydney right now doing a public speaking program during the coronavirus pandemic of 2020 in December. You understand? I've been the only public speaker during the coronavirus in Sydney. You understand? I'm the only public speaker. I mean, there's no other public speakers doing a nice, beautiful performance in the coronavirus pandemic of 2020. You understand? Whereas 2020 is when the coronavirus started to hit. Whereas in March 2020, whereas they closed Australia down. Whereas they closed Australia down totally. Whereas I was in Perth, I was creating the Leo bar track. You can go check out my Leo bar track. Whereas now Perth is something amazing, you have to go check it out. I understand. Then I went to Sydney. Whereas it's all from March to December. Whereas that's how long the coronavirus has been going around, and they've closed overseas travel. You understand? Because it's going to happen again. Whereas this coronavirus pandemic is going to happen again, and it's going to be called a World War III in terms of I. Whereas anything that's happening right now is going to happen again because it's just a test to see what's going to happen. I understand either way that China and America is going to get into a world war. I understand either way that it's happening right now. I understand there's going to be a war going on. I understand either way that you watch out. I need you to stay away from the cities that you go into. I need you to understand to go away from the Sydney of Australia. I understand Sydney of Australia is a dead zone when it's a World War III. I understand they just want to bomb everything. You understand? Or else they don't want to bomb you. Or else they don't want to kill you. Or else they want to kill the Anzac Bridge. Or else they want to smash the Harbour Bridge. You understand? Or else they want to destroy everything. You understand? Or else that what's important today is understand that when it's World War III, you get away from Sydney, you get away from Brisbane, you get away from the main cities of Australia, and you go somewhere indoors. Or else go to Goulburn, or else don't go to Canberra. I mean, don't go to Canberra because they'll smash that too. I understand either way, you go somewhere where it's a farm, and where you got some food and drink, because I understand in the World War III, or else there's going to be many people who need food and drink, so there's always going to be a supermarket going around. But make sure you understand to stay indoors, and don't go out into the world when it's World War III going on. You understand? Or else they're fighting over power. I understand China is the most powerful country now, but I understand America wants to dominate China, and China doesn't want to give up the power. Or else now there's going to be a World War III because of that. You have to understand. I promise you, they're fighting for power, but guess what? You have to understand that China is innocent, or else America's the doer. Or else America is the one that wants to destroy. But guess what? Or else everybody's the doer, but understand that I'm not a killer. I I understand that America's the one that wants to cause trouble with China. I understand you let China be powerful. You let them. You let them be their own economy. You get it? Or else the Americans want to take away everything from them. I understand either way, understand what's going on. I'll update you about my videos too. I'll update you about the world. Because you guys will understand me in 50 years time. You understand me in 50,000 years time. You understand what went on in 2020. You understand? Or else either way, then my 2020 year looks like this. I went to Townsville. I went to Cairns. I went to Darwin. I went to Alice Springs. I went to Perth. I went to Sydney twice. I went to Brisbane. I went to Magnetic Island. I went to Byron Bay. I went to these areas in 2020. I thank you. I thank you very much. Or else every single day, I'm making sure every single day I perform to the greatest ability of my life. I understand that in 2020, my public speaking on the street started. I understand, here I am. I understand in Brisbane, I went 52 hours in that tunnel over there. I started to public speak. I started to public speak where the bus zones are, where the train station is in Brisbane. I started public speaking a bit there. I started doing some nice beautiful street performance. I started to find out how to do this. I understand, here I am now in Sydney doing it. Whereas now in Sydney, it's much easier to do it. I understand over there in Brisbane, or they don't even qualify me to do a public speaking program, but it's for free over there in the tunnel. I can do it for free. I understand over here, I gave $14 for 3 months to be able to do some public speaking. I understand every single day, I can do it 2 hours now. I understand it's very much worth it that I'll go get the 8-hour one. I'll go do it for 8 hours. You understand? I just go and public speak for 8 hours every single day. Or else that's the next step. Or else that's a lot of production of content. Or else that's called a lot of energy that I have to give. I have to stand around, I have to talk around, I have to be upbeat, I have to have energy every single day, I have to be upbeat every single day. I have to understand every single day that what's important is I go and update myself in the crowd by growing. You understand? Because I'm not the crowd, or else the crowd doesn't grow. Or else they love to have restaurant food. I never go to restaurant food. I never eat restaurant food, man. I thank you. Or else I never have to eat restaurant food. I go and eat veganism food from Woolworths. I get everything that's canned food. I mean, tomatoes in a can. I mean, it's already done. I realize potato, that's boiled already, is in a can. You just open it, I eat that. I put some vegetable stock powder on it, or I put a Vegeta powder on it. You understand? Or else it's got some flavor, I eat it. I eat some wheat bix, I eat some nice beautiful soy milk, I eat some bread, I eat some peanut butter, I eat some sesame seed butter. You understand? I eat something different. I go and eat semi-dry, I eat semi-dry tomatoes. I make sure I eat anything that's legumes, or I eat anything that's peanuts, I eat anything that's nuts and seeds. I can eat that. I can eat anything that's vegan. I just make sure I stay away from the processed vegan foods. I go where whole foods are. I go to Whole Foods, I can have some fruits, but when you're having fruits, understand that it's just for the taste. Don't eat fruits for the dinner. Don't eat fruits for dinner. Eat fruits just to have a little taste. Fruits are just for taste. You don't eat 50 kilos of cherries. You don't do that. You understand? Or else now, understand you can eat cherries all your life. But understand that what's important is understand that cherries is just for a taste. Or else fruits is just for a taste. But vegetables is for a meal. Or else if you want to have a meal, you have vegetables. I can say soup, or else soup is not a meal. Or else soup is a taste. That's just to taste something. Or else that doesn't fill you up. Or else soup doesn't fill you up, or else it's just water. You understand? Or else soup doesn't fill you up. Or else rice, you have to understand rice, understand that you have to go and boil it then. You have to go and cook it. Or else I have no time to cook it. I then go get restaurant food. You understand? Although I can't eat rice and also Indian food, I can also eat Italian food at restaurants, but I stay away from it. I stay away from restaurant food. I stay away from white rice and all the restaurant food they have, because I have food that I never have to eat with in terms of restaurant food. I never have to eat restaurant food. I have already food that I eat daily. I eat food that's really going to help me move forward and eat quickly, that I never have to boil it, I never have to cook it, I never have to eat oils, I never have to eat the sugar in life. I never have to go where the white sugar is. I never have to eat candy, never have to eat lollies. You understand? Because I watch out for myself every single day. I watch out for my love, for the eye. Or else for the eye. Or else for the eye is everything. I understand when I have an eye today, I understand you guys can still see me. I understand it's very beautiful in here in Sydney. I understand because there's no violence going on. I understand either way that what's important is I always bring a message. I'm the only public speaker of 2020 in Australia. You understand? I'm the only one doing it right now in Australia. I mean, where are they? I mean, they're dying. I mean, they're doing it online. Or else they're doing it online. Or else I'm doing it on my nice, beautiful platform over here. I'm doing it every single day, public speaking in front of a crowd. I mean, with or without the coronavirus. Now, or else either way, I can do this for the rest of my life. I can always do it and come here and do it. I don't have to be in my time capsule in Q Space Hotel, Chinatown. I give over there $22 a night to live in a one-bedroom apartment in Sydney. Otherwise, Chinatown is just 500-meter walk from Town Hall Station in Sydney. Otherwise, it's $22 a night. I give $22 a night, but guess what? Otherwise, if I have a wife, I give $11 a night for one bedroom. I have a wife with me too. Otherwise, now we split it. Otherwise, we split the $22 each, and we go $11 each. Otherwise, now it's even much better. I have a nice, beautiful student over here. I understand I have a beautiful Instagram over here. You have to come and check it out. I understand I'll go and teach you every single day about how to be more like Jesus Christ every single day. I understand that when I go and do much more, I understand that Jesus Christ is somebody that you have to be interested about. I understand that kid's not interested about Jesus Christ. I understand that guy. I understand that kid just turned around when I said Jesus Christ. I understand either way. I understand that kid's going down. I understand either way that what's important. I understand either way that you go and do much more. I understand when they reject you like that. I understand you just watch out. You just watch out because they are something that don't deserve you. Understand? Or else you go your way because they will never come your way. Or else you go your way. You go your way and they may come your way. Or else they might come your way. Or else now, if they come your way, you have to understand they never come your way. Or else they go their way. Or else you must go your way. I understand the way that I go is I come to your way to get the information from you. Or else now, if you're something really big and you got something of talent, I'll come and get you. I'll come and get you and I'll make you a star. I'll make you a star really quickly. Understand? Or else that rapper in this video, I'm a music producer. I need him to rap some of my music because I heard that guy. I understand he can rap some music. I understand though that he's lacking his language in that nice beautiful rap. I understand now. I understand I'm very beautiful because what is that nice beautiful rap every single day? I understand it's called progression. I understand it's a progression of words every single day. I understand it's something new every single day. I understand I'm very inspirational every single day to do something on the street every single day, regardless of how many people are looking at me or not. Or else I'm here to do my YouTube channel. I'm here to do my Instagram. I understand that you guys can always find me, but guess what? Or else now I'll never even say that name on my Instagram because I need people to come and really check it out. I need people to come and see the actual name. I need them to see the actual name over here because I don't want to even say that name that is my Instagram. I need them to deserve it. You understand? Or else there's over 20 people here. I understand either way. I understand. I see I only. I understand that what's important is I get this message across every single day. I understand that's why I always have a nice beautiful public speaking speaker. I gave $90 for this one. And I gave it for this one so that I can do it for I understand that when I give $90 so I can gain a public speaking speaker in terms of a portable speaker, otherwise it's not just for the audio, otherwise it's also to do my music production and to listen to my tracks and to understand that I can go and pump it up while I go walk around Sydney. Because every time you see me in Sydney, or when you understand who I am, you understand I'm the guy who goes and walks around Sydney pumping music. Otherwise then you're going to turn around and you're going to say to your girlfriend, oh, that guy is just pumping music all the way. You understand? Or else you're going to say, that guy over there is pumping music. Or else he's in the spotlight. Or else that's me, in terms of my eye. Or else that's what I do. I go around Sydney pumping music because I get the faces. I get everybody looking at I today. I love to be in the spotlight. I grab it as much as I can. I pump music as much as I can because everybody else is afraid to do it on the street. I go and get music that I make. I make I music. I make my music that I make. I then pump my music that I make. I don't pump other people's music anymore. You understand? So if you're pumping other people's music, I mean, big deal. I mean, go create your own music. I mean, you're saying that you have some interest in terms of music in life, and you love some music. I mean, why don't you go create your own music then? I mean, you understand what music production is then. I mean, it's called go and make sure that you learn everything possible, and you understand why you can become anything in life when you're growing. You understand every single day, I'm always growing. I understand I hear some music in the background. I understand the music that's most important is this that I'm teaching you. Because that music is teaching me to lift up every single day. I understand I lift up every single day in a different manner. I always make sure I'm much more important. I make sure every single day there's always much more. I understand the women when they look at me, or does they get scared? Or does they get scared of a public speaker? I understand they're very scared, those individuals over there, because they don't want to check out my Instagram. You understand? I realize that when I want to check out my Instagram, I realize they're not inspirational. I realize they look at me like some hose or something. I realize they look at me like sluts or something. You understand? I understand either way, I am much better than that. I'm much better than sluts, I'm much better than hose. I understand I'm much better than I. You understand? Because I understand that those who don't follow I in my information are something of not God. Russia, they're not God. Russia, they're not God for me. Russia, they're not nothing. Russia, they're nothing in my life. Or they're sluts, or they're gangers. You understand? Or they don't follow my information, or they don't follow I in life. You understand? Or they follow somebody else over I. Or they choose somebody else over I, or they're sluts, or they're gangers. You understand? Or they're whores and escorts. Or that's the ones that are walking past, or they look at my eyes and then they walk away. You understand? Because I understand who they are. I understand either way, I'm growing regardless. I understand that whatever you have I, man. I have my I. I understand who I am daily. You understand? Or they look at me and they laugh at me. Or they laugh at me. You understand? Because when they're not approaching me to even see my Instagram, I promise you they're laughing at me. I promise you they're laughing at me every single day. I understand? Laugh at me all you like. Or after 10 years, you'll find out myself on Oprah. I'll be on Oprah's television show. I'll be on the Ellen DeGeneres show. I'll be with Tony Robbins around the world. I'll be going and educating people around the world. I understand either way, I'm always growing. I'm always making sure I'm different. I'm always making sure that no matter what, I'm practicing my beautiful public speaking program over here. I have a nice, beautiful life coaching program every single day. I do 2 hours every single day over the next 2 years, baby. I understand every single day. I go check out some nice, beautiful content I have. I understand that somebody has some attention, or is that anybody who has over 2 million viewers or something like that, or has a big following, or as they say, what is your name? Or else I is my name, but or else that's what I go by. I understand either way. You can understand, they say, I need you at my public speaking program. I understand I've got 40,000 people who are going to watch you do a 1 hour public speaking program, and we'll give you $50,000 for a nice, beautiful handicap. You understand? Or else now, I don't even ask for the money anymore, and they're giving me $50,000 to come and speak at the nice, beautiful program. Because I have 40,000 followers who are going to watch me. You understand? Because that's what I'm here for. I'm here to do that for the next 72 years. I follow myself in my I follow Jesus Christ every single day. I follow something that's really intentful, that's really going to help I, which is integrity. I have an idea, which is I understand I starts with integrity. I understand when I go and grow up much more. I understand every single day I'm posting 100 photos of myself on Instagram every single day. I'm posting 6 posts on my feed in terms of my Instagram. I post IGTV, I post nice beautiful reels, I post nice beautiful YouTube channels. I understand every single day I go pick out people on the street who are rappers. I then make a tone and they sing to it. I make them stars. You understand? I make people stars because I'm a star, or else I see a star right here. I see it right now. I understand? I see anything when I grab the stage and I grab the spotlight and a nice beautiful tone in terms of this place over here. I always have more, but all I ever see is I. I only see I watching I today. I understand when I see 40,000 people watching I today, I only see I. I only see I today. I only see that 40,000 people is I. I understand that what's important every single day is watch out. Or else watch out for what you're doing daily. I mean self-reflect, but watch out for my YouTube channel and Instagram for the next 72 years and come follow it every single day for some nice, beautiful motivation every single day. I understand that's why I'm here, always giving that knowledge that you need. I understand when I give that knowledge daily, I always have more to say, I always have more to be, I always have much more to say because I always love to grow. I love to grow thyself every single day. I thank you for those who are watching I understand either way, that I understand that I watch I every single day. I understand I never get confused because even when somebody sits down to watch I don't know if they see my name or not in terms of my life. Although guess what, I realize my name is not Danny Milivojevic, I realize my name is I understand I focus on I every single day. I focus on something greater. I understand that's why I can go and do some extra, I can do some performance, I can do something to see how long it's been. But I understand it's 2 hours now. I understand since this program is going on, I understand you can find the nice beautiful program online today. You can find it on my nice beautiful YouTube channel, but if you're really interested, you'll come and check it out. I understand either way that nice beautiful melodies, I can go and pop up my music now. I can realize I go walk to my accommodation. I understand I stay at the nice beautiful Q Space Hotel because it's $22 a night that I give. I understand I have a 1 bedroom. I understand I have a nice beautiful time over here. I have a security doors. I understand either way I'm much more than yesterday. I understand when I give that, I understand I have more. I just saved, I saved so much money now because I understand how to really live my life. I understand when I get myself a wife too, you have to understand either way, if she comes or not, because they're too arrogant. I realize the women are too arrogant, or they love egotistical people who are the crowd, and they go for more egotistical people who are the crowd. And the more egotistical you are, or else the more you don't even teach anybody. Or else that's who the women go for. You understand? Or else they love egotistical bikies and all that. Or else behind the scenes and criminal activity. Or else they go for those people. Or else they're gangers and sluts. You understand? Or else they're all gangers and sluts when they don't go for I today. I understand that really clearly. I understand that you are a prostitute and an escort and a slut and a ganger if you don't go for I today. I understand it's just, or else it's that simple. Or else anyway, I understand either way, just make sure you never get offended. I understand that if you don't follow Jesus, or else then it makes you a stupid idiot too. You understand? You have to follow information. I mean, follow the ones who are inspirational in your life, because they are the ones who are giving knowledge every single day. I understand either way that I go and deliver every single day something that's a nice, beautiful handicap in knowledge. I understand when I give you handicaps in knowledge, I give you a grace in I today, and that's called I.